Wendy's home-style French toast sticks are so delicious, some are saying that they're better than their mom's breakfast.
Excuse me. Did you just say Wendy's French toast sticks are better than my breakfast?
Mom, is that you?
Answer the question.
I said some people are saying that because they're so crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside and perfect in every way.
Uh-huh. And what do you think?
I think it's time to tell people to choose wisely. Choose Wendy's sweet and crispy home-style French toast sticks.
That's still not an answer.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. The internet, man, I know it can be a wasteland, but if you look, there's always like cute puppies and cute kids.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you can find them.
You can't go wrong with a cute puppy or kid.
No, I mean, there's a cute video out there somewhere of a little kid who's really having a great time being a lemon with her father.
Yes.
You can check that out.
Yes, that might have been one of my biggest mistakes because now all I do all day is spend the day on Snapchat filters with my child.
Oh, look at you.
Yes.
You know, I was thinking that yesterday, but I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to jinx you.
Daddy, want to be a banana? Okay, let's find a banana filter.
Yeah.
Daddy, tomato. Okay, tomato. Like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun for the first 2 hours.
When you get into hour 6, it's getting a little bit.
But we've been bonding like crazy, so I can't complain.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, well, it's starting to happen, man. It's
Who knew it would take a Snapchat filter for us to finally like really bond?
Dad has the technology. I know where to go.
Mom's too lazy to pull up Snapchat, but Dad's not.
Dad's the guy that will let me be a tomato. Yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah, so we did that all yesterday.
So, yeah, and if you haven't seen that video, it's all over Steve's socials. It's a cute kid video, just like this one here, which we have on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com. And this is a 2-year-old boy playing with a toy weed whacker. And what I love about this kid is that he imitates the sound of an actual motorized trimmer, and he actually differentiates between when it's like starting, when it's idling, when it's cutting.
Oh, this kid's awesome.
And he pretends to clip grass in his family's yard.
Wait, that's him?
That's amazing.
What the hell? I thought there was another weed whacker going on, like next to him.
Just really good. This kid is the best.
Yeah, the post says my 2-year-old loves weed eating so much that he sounds just like one. All the sounds are his own.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That is very impressive.
He needs to go on America's Got Talent.
100%. Put him through at least to the second round.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, he's not just a Ruppel, but
You gonna go see a Vegas show with the 2-year-old making weed whacker noises?
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
You know what? Right. Sober or wasted, yes, Rev.
Okay.
You wouldn't do it?
I don't know. I mean, it's fun, but I don't know about Vegas.
Look, I ain't spending a lot of money.
Oh, okay.
Like $15.
$15, 30 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Well, what if I mean, when you think about it,
12, maybe 1 in the morning.
Oh yeah. The later, the more chances you're going to be doing this.
Yeah, I want to be in full party mode in order to enjoy it. This kid's freaking awesome.
Well, I mean, I feel like we're getting a glimpse in the future when Rev is like, I don't know, I go to Vegas to see this because of AGT, but I mean, right now, that's what's entertaining us on our phone. What if in like 20 years or even sooner, people will pay to basically see people do the stuff like you do when you're on, like when you're on Snapchat or when you're on TikTok, but people are doing it live on stage for you, like cute little puppies running around. I mean, you may think it's crazy, but what if we actually pay to see live performances of that because we're so entertained by it now?
Well, yeah, we're entertained by it, I think, though, because it's free and easily accessible. I don't know if I'm going to, plan a date night to go watch a baby on a Roomba.
Oh, I don't know, dude. If you saw,
actually watch that.
I mean, maybe in Vegas, you can have like a residency, sure.
Yeah, think about the glitz and the glamour, like maybe a little Blue Man Group baby on a Roomba.
I mean, we're living in a time where people will go do goat yoga, where they do yoga and have goats climb on them. And same with puppy yoga.
That's amazing.
Yoga. Okay, I didn't
How many times I've been hit up to do it? Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a thing called goat yoga. It sounds wrong.
Oh, Taryn Daly does it.
Oh, yeah, it's real.
She does yoga with a goat?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Really? Does she?
Well, I don't know if she does it all the time, but I know she posted once that she went and did goat yoga. Because she has goats.
Okay, so she probably wanted to find a way.
Supply your own goat.
I don't know.
YOG.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you show up with your own goat and get a discount?
Okay, I'm watching a video of goat yoga, and this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
100% the dumbest thing.
This is the dumbest thing?
Yeah, it really is. I have to say
It's up there.
It is dumb. I mean,
the weed whacker kid is way better.
yeah,
I do like, though, they make sure they put little booties on the goat's front paws.
Oh, yeah.
feet.
Oh, yeah.
That way, at least, it doesn't scratch up your back.
Hey, what is this? I mean, I guess they're having fun.
It says goat yoga is the best.
Yes, on that meme it does.
I'm a city. I'm a city folk. I'm just,
These are little.
Yeah.
See the little ones. It's tiny. It's great, man. They just hop on you, and then it's a little bit of extra weight when you're doing your yoga.
Okay.
And it's kind of probably puts you in a good headspace because goats are adorable.
It's true.
City folks just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it. How do they smell? Because I think goats usually don't
Like
smell
goats.
good.
Yeah, they're like farm animals.
Yeah, but
Probably better than some of my ex-boyfriends, let's be honest.
Oh.
and probably better than a room full of dudes in a yoga studio. Because guys are ripping ass.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Oh, that's true.
That's got to be because the whole. I remember my parents used to say, "You smell like a goat. Take a shower." I mean, and now
They really?
Yeah. Oh, you never heard that? Friends smell like a goat.
Yeah.
No.
Really? You never heard smell like a goat?
I've heard.
No,
it,
I've heard you smell like feces.
Well, your parents definitely had the New York
Hey,
version.
Steven.
We had the country version where I was from.
Why put some more soap on that body? You smell like poop.
Can you take a goat home after? Because they taste delicious, and I kind of want to take one home and cook it.
Wow.
Oh, you got goat yoga?
Goat tacos were fantastic.
He's not wrong.
You're the
Goat,
worst.
I mean,
So you get a good stretch in before you eat the goat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to work out for those calories that you're going to make with those goat tacos.
I don't like this.
Tacos.
I don't even know what to make of like anything anymore. Like goat yoga. I mean, what?
I can't believe you haven't been down with Go Yoga, man.
Oh, you can't believe that, huh?
I'm actually very surprised.
Wow, yeah.
You always said that with a straight face.
Yeah, he really did.
The part of me that always cracks me up is you see this kid with the weed whacker and he's so excited. And Tatum's like that too. Like she's got like a toy Swiffer or like a toy vacuum cleaner. Is a point in that like when they're kids, they find these things that we dread doing to be fun, and then eventually they grow up and it's like they hate it as well. And I'm like, man, you would think you love weed whacking as a kid. Keep doing it as a teenager, you dummy. That way I don't have to worry about it.
That's when you
Are you having a conversation with your teen self, or are you pretending to be your father right
I'm
now?
having a conversation with my teen daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, where the hell are you going?
your teen daughter.
Yeah, when she grows old enough and says, I don't want a Swiffer. I'm like, you used to love Swiffering, you dummy. I'll probably drop out the dummy part and keep that for my inside voice.
Maybe.
okay.
We'll
all
see.
right.
We'll see how jaded you
see.
are in
Yeah,
the next
we'll see
10
how it
years.
It depends on how my body's feeling. If I get a lot of goat yoga in, I might be feeling
You
pretty
should be
good.
okay. I think then you should really be. Yeah, you'll be fine with the good.
Look at this video. You thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
You loved weed whacking. Now you make sounds like a weed whacker.
Why can't we just be bananas? Why do you need a new car? Remember when being a tomato was all you wanted?
Yeah.
Hey, here's another thing that's interesting. Would you be willing to get a tattoo of a logo of a fast food place so that you could get free food for life? Well, that was another moment where Steve was like, did I say that out loud?
Hell yeah.
Well, Steve, you know this because you're going to do the story, because one popular place is doing that. Steve is going to tell you all about this. He's got the Mix Report for you at 6:20 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Welcome to the CPAP Games live from the Hayes bedroom. It's another eventful night, Bruce.
It sure is, Ron. Steve has been struggling with his CPAP.
His wife, Michelle, is trying to contain her rage.
Michelle throws an elbow.
She's leaving for the couch.
Steve should get Inspire.
Absolutely, Bruce. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. There's no mask and no hose. Just sleep.
Learn more at InspireSleep.com.
Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock. of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? No, not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks to Law Tigers for giving us the Migs Report. And today, a very special day. If you have a plant, it's Take Your House Plant for a Walk Day.
Huh?
Oh, all right. My girlfriend would do this 100%.
I hope you don't trip and drop your plant, because that would suck. Because then you just murdered your plant.
Yeah,
Take your plant.
Do you need like a stroller or something for that?
Right?
Or a wagon?
Ooh, a wagon.
I think I got one of the hangy plants, and you could just hold it on, like hook it onto whatever you're.
Oh, yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
I would think you might need an appointment with your therapist, is what I think.
Maybe take your cactus for a walk and hopefully you don't trip and land on it. I don't know.
Oh,
these are all things that could happen on Take Your Houseplants for a Walk Day. I have no houseplants.
Oh, none?
Would you like one? I've been propagating a lot.
No.
You really have none, huh?
We might have one, I think.
Is it real?
Yes. It's relatively new, so I'll see how long that lasts. Because it won't last at my help, because I just don't ever think to water it. So it's up to Sid.
Yeah.
But we got some plants outside. That's cool.
Well, good for you. Wow.
You got the fake grass.
Yeah, fake grass with real plants. It's crazy.
Oh, that's a good look. It is. I mean, I'm saying it's a good look. It's green all the time, baby.
That's right, damn it. So they're outside as it is. They're outdoor plants. So they always walk on their own. What the hell am I doing? I need a scotch because it's also National Scotch Day.
Oh, nice. Scotch. There we go.
Scotch. In my belly.
Yeah.
Also National Creme Brulee or Cream Brulee Day.
Cream brulee?
The Cream Brulee.
I like that cream brulee.
Creme Brulee is a great treat.
It is.
I tried to make it myself.
Really?
It didn't go as well.
Did you use the torch?
Yeah.
Oh.
What made you decide to do that?
Dude, sometimes I just get in this mindset. This is many years ago. Like right now I'm on this kick of like I want to make my own tamales.
Oh, nice.
So I've been watching YouTube videos on how to make tamales. But I have yet to even get the ingredients to make the tamales.
Oh, man.
It will.
Yeah.
You need a mentor. Vicky, aren't you a good tamale maker?
My mom is.
Oh, it's your mom. I knew somebody in your family was.
I'm just
and I
the
keep
helping
asking
hand.
her to put me in contact with her mom, and she doesn't do it. It's weird.
It's weird. Mom, Steve wants to talk to you. She's like, don't give him my number.
He needs a tamale mentor or a tamentor. He's what he needs.
And it's also National Chicken Finger Day, so enjoy some chicken fingers.
With your scotch.
What are you dipping your chicken fingers in, fellas and ladies?
Oh, ranch. No,
ranch?
nothing else. Yeah.
Barbecue. Barbecue.
Yeah, for chicken fingers, I go barbecue.
Yeah, buddy.
What about honey mustard?
I don't argue with honey mustard.
I do a buffalo ranch mix.
Oh, fancy.
Hey, I got to give a big shout out to Tony over at Zulu's Board Game Cafe because he has he has these huge chicken fingers. I mean, you can't eat one. You just can't eat one. One order.
I thought it was like
Tony
a
chicken
euphemism.
fingers?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, yo, Tony Chicken Fingers.
Hey, how you doing, Tony
chicken finger.
Yeah. It's good stuff, man, I have to say. But you can't, and I love it. Whenever any of my buddies I'm gaming with orders a basket of chicken fingers, I go, I know I'm getting one because there's no way he's going to finish it every time.
Big?
They're I mean, the fingers themselves are huge. All right, I don't know. I don't know
what's Tinder because I think he can do pretty well if that's his bio. I have
his
large
username.
chicken fingers.
Again, when the two of you, and I'm looking at you, Daniel, when the two of you go, I don't know why you always think I'm a pervert, just remember this conversation.
What did we say that was perverted?
I said Tony Chicken Fingers. That
All
was
I
his
said
name.
is he's single. I didn't say anything else.
Yeah, and I think when I said he had a big chicken finger is when all of a sudden all the rails went off the old situation.
That could happen.
Yeah. Look at that. You were trying. You really tried. You did a great job, but your face betrays you every time.
Hey, while we're giving shout-outs, if I can, give a quick shout-out to Stacy and Erin. They work over at Puyallup Dermatology. I had to go there yesterday to get a lipoma cyst type thing removed from my arm. And big fans of the show.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Stacy's like, what do you do for a living? And I'm like, I'm on the radio. She's like, I knew it was you. She's awesome.
If you're doing it, I got to do it.
What?
Because I had a dude from Washington Energy Services come over to my house to work on my
Dude, you just gave a shout out to Tony and his giant chicken fingers.
You can't double shout out.
This isn't a game of one-upmanship.
But these are listeners. Tony, I don't know if Tony listens. I think we talked chicken fingers, but I had somebody that recognized me too. Just like you, right?
How about that?
No, I can't give him a little love?
No, go ahead. Give him some love.
It's Emmanuel who come over and he was like, I love the show. While he's working in 90-degree weather working on my air conditioner.
Did you pull a cyst out of your body?
Legit thought for a second when BJ was like, I'm going to have to do it too. I thought he was like, I'm going to go get surgery on my cyst.
I thought that's exactly what I'm like. Oh, now you have a cyst too that you need removed.
Oh, it's just a shout out. I don't want to forget to give the guy, because it's nice when people say they listen, right?
Dude, totally.
So what's up, Emmanuel?
And what's up, Stacy and Aaron? Also Laura as well. All of them work over at Pure Dermatology.
So now you went and did another one.
I wasn't done until you cut me off.
Now I got
trying to one-up me with the shout-outs.
What about Jimmy over at the Screen Door Shop? Hey.
All I'm trying to say is the people at Pure Dermatology are really nice.
Yeah, I did notice you had something going on. I wasn't sure what happened.
Bandage right now.
I thought you were getting my name removed from your arm. I thought we were fighting.
Also, PSA, if you're a parent of a toddler and your toddler's like, where are you going, Daddy? And I'm like, I got to go to the doctor. Got a boo-boo. And she's like, a boo-boo? And I'm like, yeah, I got to get my arm cut off. I did that as a joke. Oh man.
No.
She got terrified.
Well,
She's like,
yeah.
Daddy, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm kidding. Bad joke. Sorry.
Yeah.
I wasn't really getting my arm cut off. I'll be back with my arm.
Yeah.
And just a boo-boo. It's just a boo-boo.
Yeah, you learn quickly. It's like, wow, jokes kind of don't fly yet.
No.
They don't get sarcasm. They don't get jokes yet. And all of a sudden you're like, wow, I ruined your day. And all I did was,
I didn't even think she was fully paying attention to me. And all of a sudden she's like, no.
Yeah.
It would be great if I came back, I had a long sleeve shirt and hid my arm.
Oh, she would. Oh, that
I
would
didn't do it.
That would be traumatizing.
That's why I didn't do it.
Oh, because that. You know what a good father you are.
And also, it's really hot out, and I don't want to wear a long sleeve shirt.
Oh, there's that.
All right, let's talk about this fast food establishment. We all know Subway. Is it a fast food place? I feel like it is.
Yes.
But they don't. Do they have a
drive-thru?
Yeah, that's the one
in Bonnie Lake does.
I've seen some that have drive-thrus before, yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, they do. They're relatively quick. I mean,
super fast.
But it's and
not freaky fast, but
no,
super fast.
It is super fast, but not freaky fast. Yeah.
Well, how about Subway's offering free sandwiches for life to one person who's willing to get a tattoo of their logo, but it has to be a foot-long tattoo on their torso of the Subway logo.
On there, it's the torso is your chesty area, right? Your chest and belly and all that?
I would imagine just
Upper
anywhere
body.
up here, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Torso's
Ribs.
upper body.
You could do a back, probably.
Whoa.
Tramp stamp?
Ooh.
Oh, man, I don't know if I want a foot long above my area.
Hello.
Well, anyways, it's happening in Vegas. The first person who receives a 12-inch logo will get Subway for life. Basically, they're going to give them $50,000 worth of gift cards every year for as many Subway sandwiches you can get for $50,000 a year.
So that's what it is. For $50,000 a year, you can have that's what the tattoo.
Yes.
Wow.
Would you do it?
Would I do it? Well, no.
I mean, not for Subway, but is there, like, for me, Burger King. Because then I could get those Impossible Whoppers whenever I want them and not have to worry about dropping $6.
Yeah, I think I'd have to do Del Taco for sure.
Del Taco.
Oh, man.
So you would. I mean,
so
this is the question. It's like $50,000 worth of food for a year. You would definitely get a tattoo for your favorite place. Wow.
For life, dude.
For life.
That's what I meant, $50,000 a year for life.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I mean,
for a year, no.
Yeah, no, it has to be for life.
No, for life. That's what I meant. $50,000 a year for life. Would you do it?
Yes.
I wouldn't do it even for that.
Oh, I would do it. Well, I think Danny and I and probably Vicky too, are a little less picky because we've got so many tattoos. So now it's just like, sure, why not?
I'll put whatever on my body.
You know, I got a whole. My back is clear. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to have my first tattoo as I'm an advertisement for somebody.
Right.
I think like a littler one because I'm like, we're running out of space though. Too. Your back is clear, but I'm kind of out of space.
A foot long for Vicky's like pretty much her entire body.
A foot long on your neck. There you go. That's your first neck tattoo.
That's not a foot long.
Wow.
No, around the neck.
Around the neck. There you go.
Oh gosh, that would be.
Oh, that's like a little collar.
Yeah.
A Subway
like a little
collar.
necklace all the time.
A little hoagie around your neck.
Oh, the jokes.
Oh boy.
The jokes that would go on.
Rev, would you do it?
You know, I was thinking about it, and maybe for Chipotle.
Oh.
I can get a big old logo like on my chest, like right above my I don't know, like on a boob or something.
Chipotle is a great pick.
Yeah, it is actually.
That's a good one, Rev.
And plus it's just like a spicy pepper.
It's a pretty cool logo.
Yeah, like I feel like it's not that bad. It doesn't like flat out say like Subway.
See, that's also part of why I like the idea of a Burger King one, because it's just obnoxious. Like, not because everyone knows the logo and you have a giant Burger King logo on your back. You're at the beach and be like, what is up with this dude?
And then you would truly be the Burger King.
I would be.
Because you would have it for life.
I'll tell you this,
and
though.
I do have a king's crown on my body, too, already tattooed. It was meant to be.
I don't know if you guys have seen the latest Costco magazine, which, of course, has been, approved reading in my house. Well, here's why, but I don't...
haven't opened it yet, please. Spoiler alert.
I don't normally, except it was the special tattoo issue showing all the employees that have gotten Costco tattoos.
Damn. How great of a place is it to work that you're getting a tattoo of your company?
That's why I read the article. I was like, and they got sleeves. I mean, these people are
that's
like...
actually cool.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm thinking these folks did it for free.
Well, they probably hook them up with hot dogs and the pizza.
Is it $50,000 a year worth of hot dogs and pizza? Because
yes, their hot dogs and pizza pretty delicious.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I might do a Costco logo because they got the ice cream. That could be my place if Costco did it.
You can get free samples for life.
Oh,
wait.
Wait, you... Yeah, that's a good point. I still might do it.
That is... Oh, wow. I didn't realize that people were that obsessed about working at Costco that they got tattoos.
Check out the Costco magazine when it comes to your mailbox.
Is it the Kirkland logo or is it the actual...
No, it's the Costco.
Yeah. I think I do the Kirkland signature. I think that'd be pretty fun.
I think some people did that too.
Signature, Steve.
Right?
Yeah, I think some people have done a combo, Steve, of both. Like they have the Kirkland, they have the Costco.
Because have you seen the Kirkland signature sweaters that people are buying like crazy? It's just the Kirkland signature logo, but people just think it's so funny because it's like, if you know, you know. You're like, oh, that's Costco. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's a genius idea, actually.
Yeah, it's actually become like a fun, I don't know if it's like fashionistas are doing it, but people with a good sense of humor are getting it.
I would do it. I mean, I love the Kirkland brand.
Oh, yeah.
And how would I know that I'm actually kind of being fashionable and cool when I buy one of these? I had no idea. I just thought, hey, I represent what I love.
Well, if the Mariners make the playoffs, we're going to have a Mariners logo. They should be hooking us up with free dingleberries for life or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was just thinking the Diamond Club.
Oh, yeah.
That's our ticket.
Wow.
Show it up. And
we're bad negotiators. We already said we're getting the tattoos. And they're like, we got the tattoos. Do we get hooked up? Like, no. You already got the tattoos, idiots.
Good day, sir.
Oh, man, yesterday, what a game for the Mariners. I'm glad I fell asleep before the game was over. Because when I went to bed, it was 3-1, and I was feeling pretty good about the game. I wake up this morning, I'm like, let me just double check. Mariners probably won. And they did win 5-4. But they were down 4-3 in the ninth.
Yeah, they had to pull a comeback.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, man, how about that game starting off? The return of Julio Rodriguez. And what does he do at his first at-bat? This.
He's college ball at the University of Florida. Track deep to left. Julio, he's back, everybody. 1-0 Mariners. Welcome back, Julio.
You called that yesterday.
Number 17. RBI number 53. Does he make a difference or what?
Yeah, baby, he does. I did call it.
I think you said, wouldn't it be somebody said, would it be great if he came back and hit a home run when he came back?
What a statement. He's like, my wrist is fine, bitches. He even said that.
Yeah.
I read his lips. That's what I think he said.
Well, I mean, you know what? He looked like he was doing pretty well.
Kyle Lewis got a home run in the first inning as well.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Cal
Raleigh.
Raleigh. Yeah. He had a nice RBI double and a home run. Oh, man. Mariners continuing their winning ways. 2-game winning streak.
Woo! It's back.
You got to start somewhere. And they play again today this afternoon. I think it's like 12:40 or something like that.
It's an afternoon game at T-Mobile.
And then after that, another series with the Houston Astros.
Oh, this time it's in Houston, right?
And this time we have Julio Rodriguez.
Okay. And, I mean, who knows? I mean, sometimes people do better at Houston. Houston Stadium, sometimes the ball can launch.
Hey, Seattle Sports News, big news happened yesterday. And shout out to Chris Carson, running back for the Seattle Seahawks. He's done his career because of those neck injuries. He's retiring from the NFL. But they're actually... It's interesting how the Seahawks are doing it. So they're doing him a solid so that way he can keep getting paid because they're just officially releasing him with a failed physical designation. And I guess under the collective bargaining agreement, that means he gets several $1 million in injury protection benefits as opposed to him retiring and just not getting anything. They've done that before with like Cam Chancellor and other players as well, which is a really class thing for them to do that way. He's kind of taken care of since he can't play football anymore.
I think that's a great idea because the guy got hurt, to the point where he can't play anymore. Yeah. And so it's nice that they give back.
Oh, man. Though, you see the Seahawks, they posted all these great videos and pictures just showing love to Chris Carson, which I thought was awesome. It's so funny what people argue about on the internet. You think this would be a love fest for Chris Carson?
Nope.
So the Seahawks post one of the pictures that just says something like Seahawks legend. And all of a sudden, it just, instead of being like, hey, great, we love him, I hope he does well, we're sorry that he's gone, people are now arguing over whether or not he was a legend for the team.
Oh, of course.
And I'm like, whether or not you think he was a legend, I know that's a debatable thing, and he didn't play that long, 5 seasons, had some injuries, but yesterday's not the day to be like arguing over whether or not the dude's a legend. Just keep that to yourself.
See,
granted, Chris Carson's probably not on Facebook reading these things, but it's just so stupid that somebody has to make it a point to tell everybody that this guy's not a legend.
Do you believe in conspiracy theories as far as trying to get engagement? Because I do think it's very interesting that they did say Seahawks legend, knowing that there are trolls out there. Because you've got to get engagement. When you're in social media, that's your job. They go, you've got to get clicks and likes and whatever. And I thought, when I saw it, Steve, I was shocked when it said Seahawks legend. And I immediately thought, oh my God, who the hell? Right. And I thought somebody died at first.
Right.
Because you said
it's
Seahawks
a black
legend.
and white photo. It looks kind of like.
Yeah. And then it's Chris Carson. And I'm like, what? The first thing I thought of was like, okay, people are going to fight about this.
Oh,
and then I thought, wow, I bet that's exactly what the social media person wanted.
You're probably right, because once I saw that, I saw Seahawks legend and go, gotta read the comments.
Yeah, of course.
I know it's going to go down that road. Yeah. And it did. So yesterday, a bunch of players, of course, are showing up to training camp. Got to talk about the man that we're bitter about, our bitter ex. We're bitter exes. Yep. Russell Wilson. Did you see when he showed up?
I did not see this. What happened? I'm trying to avoid
First of all, he shows up wearing his own jersey.
Yep.
Does he really?
In all fairness, it might have been a Drew Lock jersey because Drew did wear number 3, so maybe he's just like showing some love for Drew Lock. I don't know if that's the case.
Yeah.
Secondly, he shows up with a truck that's taller than him.
Oh,
like this
man,
thing is
look
like
at that thing.
This thing is gigantic. Like somebody even joked on there and said, like, "Hey, you're buying the truck. Would you like any of the add-ons?" Yes. Which ones? All of them.
Yeah.
It's got a giant tire on the top, all these lights, the guardrails, massive tires.
What the hell, man?
And of course, he's like, it's like the fresh car smell. I think he said, "Oh, year 11, still got that new car smell." And a lot of people are like, "Are you overcompensating for something, Russell?"
You know, it'd be funny if that wasn't even his car and they just snapped the picture in the wrong area. Like that was one of his receiver's car, and now he's getting all this crap for it.
I do love a lot of people. Somebody photoshopped a step stool next to the
That's
like,
pretty good.
everyone's clowning on him. Like, who wears their own jersey? Like, he left his house wearing his own jersey.
Remember that guy that was impersonating the basketball player?
Yes.
Because
Klay Thompson.
And he showed up in his jersey, and we said, don't people realize that these guys don't show up like already dressed to play? Well, here he is. He's the guy that does it.
If he was showing Lock love, you would think that he would at least show the back of the jersey. So that way he's like, oh, it's not mine, guys.
I'm willing to put all my money down that it didn't say Lock on the back of that.
I would 100% agree.
Me too. Yeah,
I just thought that was the funniest thing. I'm like, oh, way to go, Russ.
Is that how they do it in Denver? Like, you got to show up in a big rig like that? I don't. I mean,
he thinks so.
Is he living at the top of a mountain? And there's what is going on with this guy?
Was he always this annoying?
Yes.
We
just
liked it.
All right, but we had blinders on.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
He's always been corny.
All right.
He's not as cool as Aaron Rodgers, who showed up dressed like Nick Cage to training camp.
Like, see that?
Literally like Nick Cage.
That tight white tank top, the long hair, the beard. He even quoted Nick Cage in like one of his, I think on Twitter or one of his social media pages. But I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
Dude, he does look like Nick. That's a great look.
Yeah, he quoted him from what do you say? What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to save the effing day.
Oh, nice.
Because he's dressed as Nick Cage from Con Air.
That's fantastic.
Great movie.
Now, he wasn't wearing a jersey, but got to give a shout out. Quandre Diggs from the Seahawks showed up wearing a T-shirt with himself on it.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Which I respected.
That's
Appreciate that.
Is that better than the jersey?
Yes.
It's not as... Yeah, I think you could get away with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Granted, we're obviously biased because he's on the Seahawks.
Yeah, we would be annoyed if he was on another team.
I've always been debated that because I've got a bunch, from wrestling. I have made like Steve Migs T-shirts, and some of them are fun ones. I'm like, I should do a week where I just wear my own T-shirts and see if anyone notices.
You need to go to the convention with those T-shirts. You should wear them every day. Come on,
make a Steve.
You need to do that, dude.
Every day I wear my own shirt.
Yes.
Oh, that's next level douchey.
All right,
and I'm in.
Yeah, please do it. Please.
I will. You know what? I will buy you beverages. One beverage a day if you wear a
I've
T-shirt.
got the Pearl Jam inspired one.
Yes, you got to do it.
The one where I look like a cartoon.
Because people will talk at the convention. They'll go, Is that guy wearing his own shirts with his own name?
We haven't seen Steve in like 2 years. He's off his rocker.
We should all show up with Steve Migs shirts, and then everyone will just be like, "Oh my God, he makes them wear his shirts.
He's lost his mind."
I would literally say that too. And I was like, no, he makes us do it.
I'll wear my YouTube championship and my SOS Pro Wrestling championship.
Yes!
And they'll go, BJ, what? I thought it was the BJ Migs show. No, not anymore. It's not even radio.
It's the Migs brother show now.
We have to promote wrestling. That's the only way we're doing it.
It's his vehicle for promoting his wrestling. He's lost his mind.
I love this. I think if you wear it every day, I'll be so proud. And you said you have enough to cover every day.
I think I do.
Oh, yes.
And I've never worn them. Except for at like the wrestling events where I'm trying to sell them.
You got to wear you got to wear your wrestling outfits to the convention.
But I always print an extra one for myself, just like, I'm like, for a keepsake. I'm like, what am I going to do?
Yeah, well, you can frame it someday.
Put it up in the garage.
I think I got to go full Quandre Diggs.
Yeah.
Hey, as far as weather, dipping, man. We're dipping from 92 yesterday to 88 degrees.
Oh,
today.
man. I can't take this. It's too cold.
Thanks to Kia Puyol for giving us the Migs report, and that's what's up.
Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right, but he took too many guesses.
The social network MySpace came out in what early 2000s year?
2002.
No.
2001.
No.
2000.
No.
Damn it, 2003.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you get 4 guesses on something like that, you're going to do good.
I agree.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you don't. Hey, you want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I owe a lot of back taxes. Can bankruptcy help me?
Bankruptcy can discharge back taxes under certain circumstances. Some types of taxes are never dischargeable, like if you have taxes from an employee, if you ran a business and didn't pay employee taxes or sales taxes, those types of taxes cannot be discharged in bankruptcy. However, most people don't have those kind of taxes. Most people have just regular income taxes. If you owe income taxes and you filed your tax returns but just weren't able to pay the taxes, if the taxes are more than 3 years old and you filed the tax returns, those types of taxes can be discharged in bankruptcy in most circumstances, especially through a Chapter 13 case.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Welcome to the CPAP Games live from the Hayes bedroom. It's another eventful night, Bruce.
It sure is, Ron. Steve has been flailing everywhere, struggling with this CPAP.
His wife, Michelle, is as tense as a fiddle string, trying to contain her rage.
Michelle's rolling Steve over.
There he goes, and the mask is off. Oh, my, the snoring.
Michelle throws an elbow, now a shove.
And she's leaving for the couch. Taking her place is the Hayes' 100-pound lab. Bask in that dog breath, Steve.
With all this struggle, Steve should get Inspire.
Absolutely, Bruce. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. That's right, a button. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. There's no mask and no hose. Just sleep.
Learn more at InspireSleep.com. That's InspireSleep.com.
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
songs in a row of non-stop commercial-free rock.
Hi, I'm Ryan Castle.
The Morning 12-Pack with Castle, weekdays at 10 a.m.
Hi, I'm Taryn Daly with Taryn's 12-Pack.
Weeknights at 7:45.
Ryan Castle, if your 12-pack is a mosquito, mine is the citronella candle that comes and cleanses the air and makes everybody happy.
Yeah, those things don't work and they also stink. Like your 12-pack.
The Morning 12-Pack and Taryn's 12-Pack.
My 12-pack is like flying someplace warm. Taryn's 12-pack is like taking the Greyhound north.
My 12-pack is...
On Seattle's 12 songs in a row of non-stop rock. Station 99.9. Listen on your smart speaker. Just say play KISW. BJ and Migs on the rock. Brought to you in part by
the law offices of Travis Gagne.
Lots of folks are starting over during the pandemic. Start your financial life over too. We can help you get back on track so you can build towards buying a home and avoid the constant harassment about other old debt. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com.
If the pandemic taught us anything, it's to take nothing for granted. So when you expect hot water and get cold, when you expect the shower to drain and it doesn't, when you turn the furnace on and it won't start, stop freaking and call Beacon Plumbing, Heating, Septic, and Mechanical. 1-800-FREAKIN.
It's back to school time, so here's a lesson in big wireless hype. Flashy phone plan deals usually don't add up to actual savings. Graduate to Straight Talk Wireless and get our Silver Unlimited plan with unlimited high-speed data and 5 gigs of hotspot data for just $45 a month. Plus, get a Samsung Galaxy A13 5G for only $149, all on America's best 5G networks. Unlimited data, less money, no brainer. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. A month equals 30 days. See latest terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
In Washington, most of us agree our roads are safest when we put our phones out of reach. But that doesn't make it easy. So spread the message and set the example. Before you hit the road, put your phone in the glove box, set it to Do Not Disturb, and ask your friends and family to do the same. Because when we all do our part, the road is safer for everyone. Together we get there. A message from the Washington Traffic Safety Commission.
From now until the end of July, stop in your local grocery outlet to participate in our annual Independence from Hunger Drive. This year more than ever, local food organizations need your support. So take part in our Give 5, Get 5 program. When you donate $5 in cash or donation bag, we will give you a $5 coupon for a future visit. All donations stay in your local community. Be sure to visit your neighborhood grocery outlet today and join us in our fight against hunger, going on now through the end of July.
Grocery outlet. Bargain Market.
At Kendall Subaru of Marysville, we might have the best job ever. We get to help our customers find the perfect Subaru to get out and enjoy everything the Northwest has to offer in an ultra-dependable, all-wheel drive Subaru. With all kinds of reviews and awards for quality, safety, and trust, it's not a surprise that a Subaru holds its value. With more and more fantastic customer reviews about getting a great buying experience at Kendall, there aren't really any surprises there either. But sometimes it's all about timing, like getting the exact new Subaru you want when we order it straight from the factory just for you. Right now is the perfect time to pre-order your new Subaru and get exactly what you want. We'll walk you through the process and make sure you get a great deal. Whether it's checking out the new Subaru Outback Wilderness or Forester Wilderness, trading up to something newer, or dialing in the perfect pre-order Subaru. At Kendall Subaru of Marysville, we're here to help you get exactly what you need. Stop by today or get started at KendallSubaruMarysville.com. Kendall. Let's start something great.
Ad paid for by the Centennial Group. Attention Marines, military personnel, families, and contractors who were stationed at Camp Lejeune. Were you present at Camp Lejeune between August 1953 and December of 1987? You may be entitled to significant compensation. For nearly 34 years, those in the Marine Corps base Camp Lejeune were exposed to contaminated drinking water, resulting in devastating injuries, including several forms of cancer, adverse birth outcomes, Parkinson's disease, and more. North Carolina's procedural laws have prevented victims from getting the justice they deserve, but passage of the Camp Lejeune Justice Act of 2022 would allow you or a loved one to file a lawsuit seeking compensation for illnesses and injuries linked to the toxic water. Call today for your free consultation. 800-461-4410. Let our experienced attorneys fight to get you the compensation you deserve, and you pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call 800-461-4410. That's 800-461-4410. Again, 800-461-4410.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When you know something is great, you probably don't want to wait for it, right? Like when we started talking about burgers on the show last week. So what did I do? I went home and I got a burger. I don't want to wait any longer than I have to for my reward. Look, You might even be stuck waiting in traffic right now. How enjoyable is that? That's right, it's not. How about this? Xfinity has a great new offer on fast internet right now. You'll get unlimited internet with gig speed and supersonic Wi-Fi. I've got even better news for you. There's no annual contract required, no equipment fees, and a 2-year internet rate guarantee. Plus, it even comes with a free Flex 4K streaming box. It's all for just $50 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data. That's a price that's truly jaw-dropping. The Xfinity Supersonic Bundle. Don't wait. Visit Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today to learn more.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay. New gigabit internet customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
Radiant raspberry, golden orange, ice blue. You'll find all the colors of summer in our selection of beautiful, natural sapphires. Every color imaginable. At Shane Company, we're gemstone experts and our passion shows. Tom Shane selects our sapphires and rubies individually, by hand, in Bangkok, the gemstone capital of the world. He brings back the most spectacular sapphires, bold and vibrant colors, as well as soft pastels like peach and lavender. We also have yellow citrine, green quartz, London blue topaz, a rainbow of colors, and one-of-a-kind stones sourced by Tom. At Shane Company, we're known for our beautiful gemstones. Come into the store and try on our jewelry, or use our fun virtual try-on tool on your phone. Whether it's sparkling earrings for the poolside, a gemstone pendant for a concert in the park, or a vibrant center stone for your engagement ring, our colorful gemstones will brighten your day.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
I'm Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY. I want to talk to you about connection. It's responsiveness, accountability, accessibility. At 1-800-DUI-AWAY, we answer our phones 24/7 to promptly get you the information you need. We know we have to be there when you need us, and often that happens on evenings and weekends. Our team of top-rated lawyers and friendly support staff ensures that you have access to all the right people and resources you need. As trial lawyers, we know that facts sell and empathy wins. We form meaningful connections, listening deeply to your story to uncover every avenue for success. We're here for you every step of the way, even after your case is done. Call 1-800-DUI-AWAY or go to 1-800-DUI-AWAY.com for your free consultation for any criminal charge. Connection and accountability might be a lost art in some places. At 1-800-DUI-AWAY, it's simply the standard we bring to every client and every case.
1-800-DUI-AWAY.
This week at Macy's, get great deals on everything from back-to-school looks they'll love to home essentials to spruce up your space. Like 25% off kids' active gear from Adidas and Champion. And 40% off comfy bedding basics from Charter Club. And Macy's Star Rewards members earn on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees. Sign up today at Macy's.com/Star Rewards. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Yeah! Always live on the free Odyssey app. This is The Mighty Rock, starring BJ and Migs. Mornings.
Because, hey, at least once a day, you should experience a BJ.
You know, I'm ready for my BJ.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle, presenting Pain in the Grass. Yeah. It is back and back in a big way.
Cannot wait to see what we just heard that new Bush song, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Got me even more pumped about seeing Bush on Saturday, September 3rd, along with Alice in Chains and Breaking Benjamin. Friday, we have Incubus and Sublime with Rome, and let's not forget Sunday, September 4th, Sammy Hagar, George Thorogood, Queensryche, Glorious Sons. It's going to be a blast, BJ.
Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster, and right now, Live Nation has a great deal where you can get 4 tickets for just $80.
Yeah, I just saw on their page they're doing a bunch of different concerts in the summer, including Pain in the Grass, where if you want to get some tickets, 4 for $80. Not a bad deal.
Not a bad deal at all. So, again, that's Live Nation. And, of course, don't forget the BJ and Migs party. Those tickets are available, too. You want more info about all of this, you know where to go. KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs. You're a loser.
It is time for Beat Migs. But it's Wednesday, so let's whack them instead.
Whack it.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then.
All right.
Saw some whacking last night thanks to Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah. He comes back like he's finally allowed to play again, or I don't know how that works, but then he hits a home run right off the bat.
Hold my beer. I don't know if he was drinking.
That's literally right off the bat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I to hold my beer. Let's get to our contestants today. We got Jeff in Puyallup. Jeff, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
All right. What is he playing for today, Steve?
Oddly enough, Pain in the Grass tickets. You have a chance at winning tickets to Friday's Pain in the Grass with Incubus, Sublime with Rome. Also, you get hooked up with tickets to the BJ and Migs party, which will feature the first ever BJ and Migs weenie toss.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll get to throw a weenie. That's right.
Maybe.
Party is sponsored by The Advocates, and go to KISW.com for more information to get tickets as well.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Jeff will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Jeff, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
The song A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes was originally featured in what Disney animated film?
Was that Pinocchio,
No.
Cinderella?
Cinderella, yes. In what decade did the Atari 2600 video game console come
80s.
out? Yes. Who is Will Smith currently married to?
Jada Pinkett Smith?
Yes. On Mount Rushmore, which one of the presidents is wearing a jacket?
George Washington, Thomas Jefferson.
George Washington, yes. At what age did Alex Rodriguez sign with the Mariners?
21.
No.
20.
No.
22.
No. What 2 colors are the cat's hat in The Cat in the Hat?
Red and white.
Yes. Jersey Shore's Mike Sorrentino has what nickname?
Wheeze. I don't know.
No.
Weasel. I don't pass.
What is the 2-letter postal abbreviation for Hawaii?
H.I.
Yes. What was the name of the family dog on Full House?
Beasley. Baxter. I
No.
don't pass.
What is a perfect score in bowling?
300.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct.
All right, I do have a little bit of a bone to pick with you, sir.
Oh, what's your bone?
But I heard it wrong. The Atari, what was the Atari question?
In what decade did the Atari 2600 video game console come out?
Yeah, that's not
That is,
correct.
you gotta say, yeah, it is. Yeah,
If you look it up, you'll find out it's not.
Well, how about you look it up?
I did.
Oh, did you?
I did because I remember getting it when I
literally looked up that exact question.
So did I.
And it gave me the answer of 1982.
Yeah, and I have the answer of 1977, so one of us might be wrong about that. That's why.
Okay.
Because I remember getting it when I was a teenager.
Did you really
My dad
look it
gave me a
up?
hard time. I really did, yeah.
You really looked it up?
Yeah.
I can check over there and look it up and see.
I got it right over. I did it on Google, and it shows me 1977, the console that I bought, the 2600. Now it could be that when it came out, it wasn't called the 2600, but later it was called the 2600. So maybe that's what your thing is, that in the 80s it started being called the 2600. But I'm just saying,
I have no idea.
As an old guy like myself, I mean, if somebody says the 70s, I think you got to give it to him because it did come out in the 70s.
Whatever answer Steve gives, I'm just going to give it to him.
Oh, it's either
so if he says 2000s, I don't give a crap anymore.
I just feel,
I've already stopped caring.
Danny, have you figured it out yet?
No. It just says 1977.
It does say 77.
I literally looked it up, and it said 1982.
That's not your fault if the place you looked it up is wrong.
Pisses me off.
How does it piss you off? Because
it's wrong, and I looked it up. Like, I literally looked it up. Oh, F you, Google.
Well, yeah, the internet. But I actually looked up Google. How did Google give you the wrong number?
It looks like it stopped selling in November of 1982.
That's bull.
Whatever.
I don't care. Can we get Steve in so we can finish this debacle? I don't even care anymore. I hate this crap.
Oh, Google
F
you.
Everything.
Google. Did Google F him, Danny, or did his eyes F him? Steve,
I literally looked it up twice.
This is the best.
Whatever.
He looked up something twice. And he's
I'm just literally just every answer is just going to be correct for Steve. I don't even care anymore.
It's always funny because I'm in the other room and I can see you guys, but I can't hear you guys.
Yeah.
But I can see just the vibe in the room. Chill out. I can see the vibe. I see angry Reb. I see BJ look confused. Danny's laughing and Vicky's playing with me.
I really thought it was a Mandela effect. I was ready to come on and tell a story because I remember having a fight with my father about this question, and I thought it was the Mandela effect on me when I thought this happened.
The best part about all of this is it's a relatively soundproof room that I'm in. Right. I can't hear you guys until I hear, I looked it up. I literally just looked it up. That's all I can hear.
That's about right.
That's the moment when I realized that these rooms
You know why he's really mad?
soundproof.
He can't really be mad at me because it's.
I'm not mad at you.
I got Google effed him. That's the thing.
I can't wait to figure out what we're
so
talking
mad at
about.
Google right now. And
I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm because.
Are you ready?
Yes.
I love this world today.
The song "A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes" was originally featured on what Disney animated film?
Aladdin.
No.
Snow White.
No.
Cinderella.
Yes. In what decade
I
did the
looked it
Atari 2600 video game console come out?
The 80s.
Yes. Who is Will Smith currently
So
married
not
to?
I can't say her man. I'm not going to say her name. He's going to slap me. Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yes. On Mount Rushmore, which one of the presidents is wearing a jacket?
Lincoln.
No.
Abraham. Wait, that's the same guy. Jefferson.
No.
Damn it.
In what age did Alice Rodriguez sign with the Mariners?
18.
No.
16.
No.
17.
Yes.
Nice.
What two colors are the cat's hat and the cat in the hat?
Red and white.
Yes. Jersey Shore's Mike Sorrentino has what nickname?
Hey, the situation.
Yes. What two-letter postal abbreviation is for Hawaii?
Hi.
Yes.
Hi.
What was the name of the family dog on Full House?
Uncle Joey.
No.
I mean, he was a dirty dog.
Cut it out.
Cut it out. I don't know. Checkers?
No.
Tiger.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a tie.
All right, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both said the same thing, even if it was wrong.
I'll allow it.
That's why I accepted it.
Yeah, could have got a song though if you because who knows if one of them would have screwed it up.
What was the wrong? Looked it up.
The Atari.
The Atari. Apparently, it came out in the 70s.
That would have been my next guess. And I said wrong.
Yeah, and I googled it, and it said 1982, and so I don't know what the hell went wrong.
The reason why is because it used to be known as Atari VCS before 1982. So in 1982, they changed it to Atari 2600. That's why.
Oh, so
which is kind of what I thought. I thought as they did.
So I mean, it's like we're not wrong, but
you're not right.
We're
either.
both. Like I'm not right, but I'm not wrong.
Yeah, the console is the console, but they didn't call it the 2600 when it first came out. They just called it an Atari.
F you, Google.
Yeah, I didn't know there was anything before the Atari 2600. I just thought it was the 2600.
It's the same. Well, it is the same thing.
It was just called different name.
They just never called it the 2600. I think they wanted to distinguish that from the 5200 when that came out, if I'm not mistaken, because that's when they started coming up with all those numbers.
No, the 2600. They had that name before it was the 5200.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah,
then I don't know.
Multiplies, right?
I don't know.
26 and 52.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that then. Why they wanted to call it. They must have had plans to do. They must have known they were going to do the 5200 when they decided to call it. Because when I got it,
I just thought it was double the awesomer.
The reason I remember,
so we just doubled the numbers. As a kid, that's what I thought.
I
this
agree.
is an upgrade.
I
so
see
they
what you're saying. Yeah.
The only reason I remember this is that my father and I had a huge argument in one of the greatest years ever in my life, which was 1977, because Star Wars came out that year and the 2600 came out that year, and so I was just the happiest geek in the world of geeks that you can imagine.
Do you remember the Commodore was the Commodore 64,
yes.
right? And it became the Commodore 128.
They did, and we had both of them at home. So yeah.
So was that just the thing? We'll make.
I thought it was. Yeah, I just thought you just double it. It's better, right?
Well, that was about memory, if I'm not mistaken.
You're probably right.
With the Commodore.
And it was. And I mean, that even with the Nintendos, it started at 8-bit systems going up to 16-bit, 32, 64, and stuff like that. So
boy.
That's what I thought.
And we all thought, these graphics are amazing, and like nothing compared to what
these weirdly colored blocks are.
Somebody said there was an Atari 7800.
Yes.
They tripled it?
Yeah, I don't know how well it did, but I remember it.
Triple. Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, you did figure out at the end George Washington was the one wearing the jacket on Mount Rushmore.
Yep.
Nobody did get the name of the family dog on Full House.
I forgot they even had a dog.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
It's not Stephanie. That's rude.
Wow. Yours my favorite.
Skipjack. No, Comet.
Comet.
So you were getting close when you were, going with the C words there.
Checkers.
Checkers.
Like a presidential
Reb's got a C word for Google today.
Yes, I do.
Yes, he does.
Congratulations on Jeff untying and getting the prize.
Good job.
Oh, yeah. There's Comet.
Comet.
Oh,
they had a whole
Comet.
episode when they adopted him. It was
It
great.
was a golden retriever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what got people hooked on golden retrievers.
Ooh, maybe.
Yeah. It was like the all-American family dog.
Right. And for this day, and it's just continued until now where it's like one of the most popular breeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Comet. You'll never remember that. I won't either. God, it's one of those things. I'd be like, if I get $1 million on the line for Comet.
I don't know if this is true because it's on Google. So
What happened
these
to
days
Comet?
I'm going to have to guess it. But apparently, Comet was also Buddy in the movie Air Bud.
Oh.
What? Are they around the same time? So that he was alive? Really?
Yeah,
That's
It says
cool
as a
for
golden
Comet.
Retriever dog actor. He was best known for his role as Buddy in the movie Air Bud and as Comet in the TV sitcom Full House.
Whoa, Buddy's quite a performer.
Based on the Buddy Wikipedia dog actor page.
That's pretty cool.
Apparently,
good for Buddy.
Yeah, the dog's name was Buddy.
That's awesome, man. I mean, when you think about it, usually a dog is famous for like one show.
Yeah, it came out in 1997.
All right.
So did they name Air Bud really after his real name?
Air Buddy.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Good thing it wasn't like
it's probably a lot easier if you could call him by his name. The dog will probably respond a lot easier, I guess.
I wonder what that dog got paid. I mean,
probably all milk bones.
Do you think the family got like a decent amount of?
I hope so, right?
He's the star of Air Bud. He was on Full House, arguably one of the most popular sitcoms of that time.
Here's my question. Does the family who owned Buddy get residuals?
That's the first thing I thought, too.
That's what I hope.
We get a check every month for 17 cents based on the reruns.
Or a can of like Alpo or something stupid. I would be, if I'm the owners of that dog, I would be like, man, we should be getting some residuals.
Why not? Especially like for, maybe you could argue, well, what the hell did he do in Full House that much? But Air Bud was a whole movie about him.
Right, he was the star.
Yeah, so I would
Bad
hope.
agent goes from Air Bud to then just being a bit player in Full House.
As you get older, though, you got to get whatever role you can take. You know what I mean?
I actually think it was the other way around. Full House first, and then he got Air Bud after.
So it's like Michael J. Fox. It was first a TV show he got famous in, and then all of a sudden went to movies.
Kind of like Leonardo DiCaprio. Big player in a sitcom, moved on to becoming a star.
How about that?
That movie did really well. It was only a budget of $3 million, and it made almost triple that, $30 million.
Wow. Almost triple. That's actually 10 times that.
Oh, whatever. Yeah. Too bad.
Good thing you weren't in charge of naming the Ataris. Sorry, 2600.
It made almost triple that.
63.
It didn't make almost triple that. It sure did. 10 times more.
If I'm like the producer of that movie and it made $30 million on a $3 million budget, I think I'd float a couple million to the family of Buddy.
Oh, you would? Yeah, you're a good guy.
Wouldn't you?
Know what? Would I? No, I would say the hell with it. Deal's a deal. Get out of here. Get out of my office, kid. Hey, have some meat. All right. All right. So, Kevin Hart. We know Kevin Hart.
Never heard of him.
Well, yeah. And I'm starting to not like him only because he's friends with The Rock.
Oh, shut up.
That's the only reason I don't like Kevin Hart. He was doing a podcast when he was shocked to learn that a former NFL player is a nudist. And you're going to hear from them at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Welcome to the CPAP Games live from the Hayes bedroom. It's another eventful night, Bruce.
It sure is, Ron. Steve has been struggling with this CPAP.
His wife, Michelle, is trying to contain her rage.
Michelle throws an elbow.
She's leaving for the couch.
Steve should get Inspire.
Absolutely, Bruce. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that gives you comfortable, restful sleep with the click of a remote. There's no mask and no hose. Just sleep.
Learn more at InspireSleep.com.
Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Kevin Hart appeared on a podcast with former NFL player Channing Crowder. And Kevin was stunned when he learned that Crowder and his wife go to a nudist gathering each year.
Once a year, we go to a nudist colony.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go to a place where, like, you walk in, everybody just gets naked and walks
I heard you
around.
say I
didn't know if you knew this.
No, I'm just asking you what's going on.
Okay, yeah, so we go to the nudist colony, and, you know, we just kind of go around. You got to shave everything and show out.
Back up for a second. I just want to get clarity.
We don't get down, but we just like to be around naked people together.
I love that he's like, I know what you're thinking, Kevin. We just shave our bodies and hang out with other naked people. Nothing else. It's not weird, man.
Yeah.
I love Kevin Hart. There's zero chill and his like he's not even trying to hide like what he's thinking in his head.
Yeah, he's just like what? And Kevin just cannot wrap his head around people wanting to be nudists.
We just like to be around naked people. The one thing that gets me, you hear what you're saying out loud, brother? I hear what I'm saying out loud. The one thing that gets me,
Yeah, I'm still at the point of you just saying we just like to be around naked people.
You don't like to be around naked people?
Be honest with you, I have no desire to be around a bunch of people I don't know just sitting there naked. That's what I said.
But some people don't.
As a matter of fact, I'm willing to bet a good number. It ain't a lot of put together people going through this little stage.
No. I love Kevin. Do you think
that's awesome?
Do you think the guy is around other naked people that are also like in physically great shape? Because I think maybe there's a little bit difference, or then maybe it's like an appreciation of the human body. You're like, look at those great muscles. As opposed to like if he walked in, I was at the nude beach with him. He's like, "Yep, never getting nude again around this guy."
That's an interesting question because my experience and really not so much my experience, but people I know some nudists, and I have never been to a nudist colony myself. But the people who I know are nudists, they're not in football player shape.
Yeah, but at this point, they might have like a nudist colony for ex-football players.
You never know.
They have those apps.
They have dating apps for rich people.
Exactly. Same kind of thing. It's just like, we're going to show up, we're going to work out, and we're going to be naked.
That's where Luke Wilson's been all this time. That's why he's cycling everywhere.
It makes sense.
Trying to find him. He's at the nudist colony.
See? Mystery solved.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So Kevin Hart was shocked when a former football player shared that he is a nudist. So based on this, we want to know, what is that one thing that you will share with people that you meet that completely shocks them? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What is that one thing that you will share with people you completely meet? I should say that you meet. You share this and it completely shocks them. Your calls and texts after GNR on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Kevin Hart was shocked when a former football player shared that he is a nudist. So based on this, we want to know, what is that one thing that you will share with people when you meet them that completely shocks them? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone says, I'm 41 now and I look relatively conservative, but in my early 20s, I got my member pierced and I never got rid of it. I just don't flat out tell people, but I may lead the conversation to the topic. Well, how do you lead it? Like, what do you say? Like,
hey, you got any piercings?
I hope we don't have any metal detectors coming up.
I always thought it was a way for a dude to basically get a woman to say, let me see your action.
I feel like that's typically where it goes. Not always, obviously.
That's always what I say. Whenever anybody's like, yeah, I got it pierced, it's like, prove it. And they do.
See, that's the problem, is that then I think the man brain goes, well, she wants me to prove it, so she wants to have sex.
Imagine if you saw
somebody. What a massive jump, though.
Yeah. I know, but that's kind of anybody who gets that kind of work, I think that's what they're thinking, is that if I can show it to them freely, they'll want to have sex with me.
I like how he was like, I like, because I'm picturing this like clean cut business dude. And then like, so he probably dates a lot of people thinking like, and then you go home and it's like, you have no tattoos, no other. That's what you decided to do?
Yeah.
Right. That's crazy.
That's the first thing I'll do then.
It's like somebody who has like no tattoos and then they have a face tattoo.
Yeah.
The next thing that happens, they're like, wow, you just went straight hardcore, didn't you?
Yep. That's the first thing I'll do. I'll tell all you guys. Yeah, well, I finally got it done.
You got a face tattoo, like a Mike Tyson face tattoo. That'd be the most amazing.
I'm going to get a face tattoo and I'm going to get a scrotal piercing. I'm going to start right for the extreme. I'm going to go extreme in both departments.
All right. Well, I'm sure we have someone out there that can help you with that.
All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah. I'll kick in $20 for that.
Oh, you will?
Yeah. Let's do a GoFundMe.
Wow.
I didn't know money was the issue, but if that's the case, $20 as well.
I'll do 40 if you never show me it and you're in town.
I'll do 60 if you show it to Danny every morning.
Yeah.
Wow, this is tough. I'm getting a lot of money here. I just, at this point, if I can get a jailhouse one, I'll really make some cash. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What is that one thing that you will share with people you meet that completely shocks them? And, speaking about somebody who I met that I was so surprised was Margaret Larson, the broadcaster from King 5.
Is a big Guns N' Roses fan.
She's a huge rocker.
Metallica.
Never get that from her. And I remember when we were first on the show and she started having conversations with us, because I thought, it's nice she invites us to the show, but I don't want to offend her by being us.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out, it was like, she's a lot cooler than I am. I mean, it's just like, it's no doubt about it. I'm like, I couldn't offend this person. This person's actually cool and I'm not.
Yeah, I remember the first time I had us on, and I was like, obviously Margaret's no longer doing New Day Northwest. She decided to retire and is living the great life. But I remember I was like, man, respected journalist, not just here in the Northwest, but across the. I mean, she was like doing stuff with CNN, I think, at one point.
NBC too.
NBC, like she's done it all. And now she has us, and I'm thinking,
didn't she retire soon after that?
Right? I was just like, oh my god,
yeah, she'd done it all at that point.
Yeah, she's like, this is like, what am I doing?
She's gonna take one look at this dork and be like, what the hell? Where is my career gone? And she couldn't be a nicer person. And she's like, oh, let me see your tattoos, and what's your favorite band? And all of a sudden, it was like a whole conversation about Guns N' Roses and Metallica. I'm like, Margaret Larson's the coolest person ever.
Yeah, that was a big shock.
Yeah.
A very, very big shock. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. So we're wondering about you. What is that one thing that when you meet someone, they're like, what do you do?
So it says, my fun fact that surprise people, I'm 31 years old, and I have 3-step grandchildren with my girlfriend of 5 years, who's 59 years old.
Ooh.
Look at that. Cougar hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, I have to say, that would be a big shock to me. That first of all, 30-year-old guy go, yeah, I'm a grandfather, and then by marriage, and then like, wow, dude, you really, and that just my brain doesn't understand it, because when I grew up, that didn't happen. It was the other way around.
Yeah.
Didn't know a lot of young dudes who ended up with older women.
The one for me that always gets people to stop for a half, it's like, especially if they don't listen, they don't know our show or anything like that, and they're like, oh, so what do you do for fun? I'm like, I'm an independent wrestler. And it's just like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, you, like, grappling, like Greco-Roman? So I'm like, no, like the stuff like you'll see like on like WWE and like, that style of wrestling. And it's always that. Even yesterday I was getting this cyst removed, or this lipoma removed from my arm, and I was out at the place in Puyallup, and they were asking me, I'm like, so how long do I have to limit myself from physical activity with these stitches? They're like, at least like about a couple weeks. I'm like, okay, I'll time out good, because I have a wrestling match coming up, and I just want to know if I can still wrestle, and because I don't know how long I have to do it, and they're just like, what do you mean? And then I'd have to tell them, and I'm like, the kind of you see. It's just
man.
And at first it's like confusion, but then they're like, that's pretty cool. Like, cause you don't expect that. And
yeah.
Even when my wife and I would go to like certain like friends parties, like that my wife's friends have, there's always somebody that's like, did you know Steve wrestles for fun? Like, oh, here we go.
Well, yeah, you're a conversation guy.
It's the most random thing. And that's part of why I love doing it. A, because I love wrestling and I love the experience of it all. But also I just love the reaction that it gets from somebody, because they're never are they expecting that they're going to have that kind of conversation.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I would be like, what? You what?
I pretend beat up my friends for fun. You guys don't do that too?
It's not a bad deal, actually. I think, and now I know this about you, Danny, but still, I feel like what's really, it still does, and I don't believe it.
Prince Albert?
It's Prince Albert. Yeah, he does have that. Yeah.
That's where the wallet chain goes.
Yeah.
Oh my, wow.
But when you see Danny, and the Danny's got that whole look, and he has had this look since birth, which is really wild. He was born
with that hair and the lip ring, the tattoos,
the black clothes.
You would expect Danny at some point in his life, engaged in some sort of drug activity, and Danny says no, never.
No. That's always the biggest thing for me, is just anytime it's like, oh, tell us something you don't know. It's like, oh, I've never done a drug, and they're like, oh no, but you've smoked, right? You smoked marijuana. I'm like, no.
That's why that day when you told us, I was like, what are you doing this weekend? You're like, I'm going to smoke some goat. And I thought you said smoke some dope, and I was like, I need to be here for this.
Yeah, you almost fainted. It was amazing.
I was almost a fainting goat.
I've actually had people at like different events come up to me and be like, hey man, you know where to get the drugs, right? Like, tell me where. And I'm like, why? And they're like, oh, your look. And I'm like, no, I've never, or because I played in a band since I was 13. It's just like, they just assume that it was like, oh, you've at least smoked marijuana. It's like, no, never once.
Yeah, it's that whole straight edge thing, man, is nuts. Well, it's straight edge.
He drinks all the time.
Oh, drink is part of straight edge?
Yes.
I don't think it should be, man. I think that drinking is American. I think that you should be considered straight edge even if you do drink.
You have some of the dumbest statements.
Thank you.
And I would say I'm shocked by him, but never shocked.
No, not at all.
Shocked.
I don't think drinking should count.
You don't think drinking should count for a straight edge lifestyle?
Exactly. It's American straight edge.
All right.
Yes. There you go. Thanks, man.
Would you ever entertain the idea of smoking some dope?
No, I'm good.
No, so never.
I just don't need to. I mean, I feel like when I was a kid, it never was that appealing to me, because I always thought I was going to get in trouble. And then at that point, I pretty much just have fun wherever I'm at anyway. So I'm like, I don't really need to. Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to make you.
I feel like there's a lot of peer pressure here.
I think that if it was something that like
you secretly replaced your coffee with marijuana coffee.
Yeah. I think it was something like, because I know there's a lot of medical benefits to it. So if a doctor told me like, hey, you need to you need to smoke weed or whatever.
Well, Steve is a doctor. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I do know that.
Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, I'm not against by any means. It was just one of those like, I just don't really need it in my life.
Would you rub some of that CBD oil on yourself?
Now that I have done.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
because that's a drug.
Our friend B. Jolly.
Yes.
So yeah, he gave us all those.
Brett. Shout out to Brett.
It was awesome. And it did work for some of after the gym, pain stuff. But yeah.
And
you're not getting high from that.
No,
not at all.
And it's not recreational. I think that's really what we're talking about is recreational drug use.
Again, with Danny, we never know. He sprays Axe body spray in his mouth. For all we know, he's eating the Be Jolly lotion.
Yeah, it's very true.
He's got a spoon, and he's like, isn't this how it works? I never bothered to ask Brett. I think this is how you do it.
You throw it on your bread, right?
Yeah. Forget avocado toast. I got a new thing.
Said that this is a watermelon scent, but doesn't taste like watermelon.
No, it doesn't.
Kind of got a beeswaxy taste to it.
We got a moderator at a debate that passed out on live TV. And, of course, we have the audio, and you're going to hear it at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I have lots of tickets that I haven't paid. Can those be discharged through a bankruptcy?
Yes, there are some limits on what we can do with tickets. Tickets cannot be discharged in a full bankruptcy. In a Chapter 7 case, that won't help you get your license back. But in Chapter 13 reorganization, tickets are dischargeable. Most types of tickets are dischargeable. So you would have to pay back some of the tickets in a Chapter 13 case, but the vast majority of them could be discharged if you complete the plan. And again, you would get your license back right away when you filed the Chapter 13 case, as long as the only reason you don't have your license is because of failure to pay your tickets. But the Chapter 13 process will help you get your license back and repay a small portion of your tickets in most cases, and get your license reinstated almost immediately.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
You say you'll never join the Navy. Never climb Mount Fuji on a port visit. Or break the sound barrier. Joining the Navy sounds crazy. Saying never actually is. Learn why at Navy.com. America's Navy, forged by the sea.
This podcast is supported by Morgan Stanley.
Old school wisdom with a passion for what's possible. That's what you get from the Morgan Stanley client experience. You get listening more than talking and a personalized plan built on insights and innovative technology. You get grit, vision, and the creativity to guide you through a changing world. Old school grit, new world ideas. Morgan Stanley.
To learn more, visit morganstanley.com/YUS. Investing involves risk. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. The presenter of a live TV prime minister debate in the UK, Kate McCann, fainted and collapsed. And here's one of the candidates who watches in horror as the hostess falls.
He's not going to stop there. He's going to challenge the freedom and democracy.
Oh, man, that sounded horrific.
And you didn't see her collapse. You just saw the reaction of the person that was talking, which would be my wrap up to stop talking.
Yeah, that's it.
I just made this person collapse.
Yeah. It's just like, well, my argument was so compelling. Yeah, the network went into a commercial break, and then when they returned, they explained that, yes, it would be best to postpone this whole thing.
Is the lady okay?
She's okay, yes. Kate is doing well.
Oh, my goodness.
I wonder if she has the same issue as me, that sometimes you just pass out.
Oh, that happens.
It's rare, but when it does happen, it's pretty epic.
It's when, last time it happened, somebody was talking and you were just done.
Yes, and that's what I was thinking about. I'm like, and I remember sounds terrible. You guys all know the guy, and it was just too much. I was like, oh my gosh, just stop talking. And I remember thinking, it was like in a cigar room, and I think that's part of why my nerves and whatever was going on. But I was just like, I feel kind of lightheaded. And I remember thinking, if I just pass out, I might be able to get out of this conversation. Well, like that thought popped in my head, not wanting to pass out, but I was like, oh man, if I passed out, I'd be able to stop having this conversation. Seconds later, I'm out.
Yeah.
Do you like see spots or anything, or is it just suddenly you wake up and you're on the floor?
It's just like a rush of blood to the head. It's like, for me, Rev, it's when I do pass out, it feels kind of like, when you're like sitting somewhere for an extended period of time and you get up and you're just like, oh, if I keep moving, I'm dropping. Mm-hmm. It's like kind of like that.
Oh, wow.
So I know the feeling. I know it's about to happen. I could usually brace myself and kind of like, it's so rare that it happens, but when it has happened, it's just like, okay, just brace myself. Either I'm going or I'm not. But in that situation, I was like, I'm just going to go.
Bye now.
Yeah. You have to really, it's a rare honor to be able to say, I was so boring, Steve passed out.
Can you make yourself, like if you like hold your breath or anything, could you make yourself?
Not that I know of.
Because I knew a guy.
I've never tried. I don't want to willingly pass out.
Well, I mean, if it gets you out of weird situations, like I had a classmate in school who could make himself get a nosebleed on command by blowing air really hard out of his nose.
Whoa.
So during boring lectures, he's like, oh no, I got a nosebleed. So he'd get him and his buddy to go to the nurse's office and get out of class.
Wow. More often than not, for me, it's like, when tattoos a couple of times, I have to really kind of brace myself at first because you kind of have like the nerves. So like the rush of blood in your head, like, like that anxiety. And then if I'm getting like a shot or blood, not a shot, I don't mind getting a needle in my arm. I can't watch them remove like blood.
Oh yeah, I have the same.
Then I get lightheaded.
Yeah.
And I get like, even like yesterday when I had this cyst removed, like, I watched the needle, like, they poked the needle in, and then I stopped looking. And that doesn't bother me at all, but I was like, I'm not even watching them, because the arm is numb, and they're cutting a hole in my arm, and they're pulling out the cyst. I'm not even looking that way. I'm having a normal conversation with them, and I was like, if I look, I will pass out.
As somebody who follows Dr. Pimple Popper and seen her remove lipomas from people, you do not want to see that. If that's how you are, don't ever look, dude.
No,
it is gnarly.
I could feel, like, the pressure they're putting on my arm, and I'm like, oh, they're working this bad boy out, BJ. And I was like, I don't want to feel this.
Well, they gotta dig around it and get everything out. Otherwise, it can come back.
And I always still have that anxiety of what if everything's not numb? Oh. Even though it was, everything was great. And shout out to them. They did an awesome job. But like in my head, I'm like, because I've had that happen with like a dental thing where they were doing something and they numbed everything, but they missed a little bit or something where like they hit a spot. And I'm like, that didn't feel good. And like, you felt that? I'm like, yes.
You're like, wait a minute.
All of a sudden, the needle came back out. And I'm like, numb them up even more. And then
numb that best.
Then my like entire face is numb. Because they're like worried about that.
And your shirt's all covered in drool.
Well, it's no different than any day.
I've never been close to passing out because I'm the same way. The needles don't really bother me, except for the last time I went to the doctor and they were doing blood work, and the girl could not get the needle in. So she kept doing it on. She tried like 3 times on one arm, and then she moved to the other arm and just left it in there and had to go get her supervisor. And she's like, "Oh, you just need to wiggle it a little bit." And by the end of it, they were like, "Oh, you look very pale. You need to sit for at least 30 minutes and here's some apple juice." And I was like, I don't feel like I'm going to pass out. That she's like, you will pass out if you stand up.
Yeah, and I remember happening to me, getting my blood drawn, and it was like, oh, I haven't eaten in a while, and it just like was like, okay, cool. And then it was, because with me, I know when I'm about to pass out because I get that feeling, but also I get purple spots.
Oh,
purple spots in my vision that get bigger and bigger, and then I'm overcome by them, and I'm out. And I was like, oh, here they come. I'm about to pass out. And then I wake up and I'm like, why are people in my room and why are they holding my legs up? And I was still in the doctor's office and they were just trying to make sure you get all the circulation through.
Dude, that is the weirdest part about passing out is the feeling when you finally come back. Because you are so just disoriented. Like the time I passed out that radio convention, I legit thought I was waking up from a nap. And I'm like looking around and there's all these legs because I'm on the ground. And I'm like, why is everybody partying in my bedroom, like in a hotel? And then it's like slowly but surely, I'm like looking around and there's all this panic on everybody's faces. I'm like, I'm good, guys. Which was funny because like an hour later, some people ran into me at another bar where I'm doing shots with everybody. And they're like, didn't you pass out at the other place? I'm like, yeah, I'm good now.
Rally, baby. The man rallies.
The worst though is when I was a kid and I passed out. I got up too quick. I went to the bathroom and I passed out in the bathroom.
Oh.
And I was out for a little bit. and my dad had to come in.
Oh.
And there's nothing more embarrassing and weird than for you to come through and you see your dad looking at you, and then you look at yourself and you still got your pants down, and you basically went number one all over the floor. And you're just like, hey, Dad. Sure, you really wanted to. I'm sure you didn't bargain and put this into the whole plan when you had a kid.
Are you sure that's number one most embarrassing or number two most embarrassing thing you've been walked in on?
Okay, most embarrassing from coming through from a pass out.
That's it.
There you go. The other thing where someone walked in on me, I wish I would have passed out.
That would have been great if your grandma walked in while you were taking care of business. Like, okay, I need to pass out now.
Oh, someone said I dealt with double ingrown toenail surgery about 10 years ago, and the right toe, after 3 shots of anesthetic, I still felt the first few cuts. Needed a 4th needle and another 10 minutes for it to work. I nearly passed out.
Oh man. Oy, oy, oy.
That's always the biggest fear when they numb you. You're like, I hope you numb me good, because I'd rather you go a little extra numbing than just enough.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
See, I used to be that kid, like teenager. I didn't really want to cause any problems or make anyone feel bad. So the first time I ever had to get a cavity filled or whatever, they didn't numb me all the way. And I'm like, am I supposed to feel anything? They're like, oh, no. And they tried to numb me again, but I could still feel it. And I felt bad for complaining. So I had to deal with feeling it partially.
Not me. Right. I would be yelling.
Wow.
Right.
Still not good.
No, I like my new dentist now.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, you know what? I like when you pass out, actually. It's enjoyable for me.
Well, yeah.
You know, that was
it's funny.
And Steve's right. It did get us out of the conversation, which is great.
It got us out of that whole situation, which was awesome.
Yesterday, we were talking about how JoJo Siwa did a TikTok video and shared that KISW Bure. I forget who JoJo's again. Who is she again?
She's a child YouTube star.
I forgot from yesterday who she was. And I remember we talked about it, and I could not remember who she was.
It's okay.
I see her face. I know what she looks like, but I can't remember what she did again.
Did you think she was a clown? JoJo the clown.
I feel like JoJo's a great clown name.
It is.
Yeah, so JoJo Siwa talked about how Candace Bure was the rudest celebrity she ever met. And Candace, of course, from Full House. And this got back to Candace, so she posted an Instagram talking about how she reacted out to JoJo, to reach out to JoJo to find out what happened. And here's the reason that JoJo gave her.
So I was finally able to talk to JoJo this morning. I called her. We had a great conversation, and she was like, hey, how you doing? And I kind of said, well, I've been better. What did I do to you? She actually didn't want to tell me because she said it's so silly. She felt bad. She said, you know, I met you at the Fuller House premiere, and I was 11 years old. I had come up to you, and I said, can I have a picture with you? And you said to me, not right now. And then proceeded to do what you were doing and take pictures with other people on the red carpet.
That's so. Ooh. How funny is it though? Like it got back to her, which I'm not shocked. People probably tagging her and being like, "Candace, answer for this." And then it would have been so great if she called JoJo, "Bitch, you got beef with me."
That would have been cool.
Damn. Granted, that's probably not how Candace handled things because.
Yeah. Well, if she was on The Real Housewives, that's how she would have handled things.
Bitch, you got some beef with me, child star. You're talking to the OG child star. So she was. I just expected it was going to be a lot ruder.
I really. Boy, I don't want to say entitlement generation, but, you know, you don't always get what you want when you're in a celebrity situation like that. Sometimes they're going to go, look, I got other stuff I got going on, and you're not going to get a picture.
But you're 11. You don't understand that.
I get, but when you grow up, you do, don't you?
But it'd be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to give everyone candy. It's like, oh, can I have a candy? No, not right now. And then everyone else gets candy, but you.
I feel like that's
Give
generational.
Me that Snickers, you bitch.
I don't. She was the only one that got rejected for a picture. Now, if you're right, Vicky, and she took pictures with everybody but JoJo, then JoJo has a point. But do you really believe JoJo's the only one that asked for a picture and got shot down?
Well, I'm sure it's all on the perspective of how she felt, and over the years, and maybe the story's changed a little bit, or the vibe. I don't know.
But I mean, you understand Billy Joel when he told you to F off, kid. Like, as an adult, you definitely have a different perspective now.
I probably have a little bit less sympathy for her because I didn't get denied a picture. I was told to F off by a celebrity.
Yeah.
And I still thought he was awesome. Like, I swear to God, if we ever had him on the phone, I would be like, thank you for giving me the greatest experience with a celebrity I'll ever have. And I don't know if he'll be like, the hell, man, F off now as an adult too. But to me, that was just like a moment I'll never forget.
Well, that happened, and you actually let me recreate that moment because I felt at the time, even though it was a very funny interaction, when I interviewed like a guy I loved on the radio when I grew up, and I got to interview him, and it was definitely a rude interaction. And then when we played that audio for him many, many years later, it was funny. He apologized and said he was doing a lot of coke in those days.
That's a great story.
Yeah, right? So it was like, I didn't have time for anybody because, I was,
That'd be great if Candace like, look, JoJo, I was doing a lot of coke back in those days.
Yes! That would be
This is a weird time on Fuller House.
No, that was Stephanie, not
it wasn't coke, though.
Yeah.
Hey. So Candace did share that she apologized to JoJo because we have to have resolution, and all is good.
JoJo, I'm so sorry. And she's like, yeah, no, you weren't even mean. And she goes, and I get it now as an adult when you're on the red carpet and everything's happening and you're being pulled in different directions. But at that time I was 11 and I go, and I kind of broke your 11-year-old heart. I didn't take a picture with you. And I was like, I feel crummy. JoJo, I'm so sorry. And she was like, it's seriously not a big deal, but I do remember that. And I said, okay. I said, but please know, especially as a mom, it breaks my heart that I made you feel that way.
I feel like that's such a foot and mouth moment for JoJo, though, because it was like a stupid TikTok thing where she did it so quick and so many people realized it, and now it's like it wasn't really like not thinking that anything's gonna come for it, and then she calls you and is like, "What did I do?" And you're like, "Oh, okay, we're not."
Yeah, who's who? I'd be like, "Dude, you live such a charmed life. This is the worst that's happened."
Right. Exactly. I actually...
JoJo, you know what? Now I'm mad at you.
Yeah,
you created all this drama. 100%. People think I'm a bitch, all because I didn't give you a picture.
That would have been my answer.
F off.
Steve, that would have been my answer, Steve.
I'll show you, rude.
Yeah, you guys are joking. That would be my answer to JoJo. I feel like I am so pissed that, she said everything that I said, like, when you're 11, but she says, I get it. It was, but you still went on TikTok with all those skillions of followers and you still said she was the rudest.
I mean, she only has 42 million followers.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I think that, Steve, your response, which was funny, would have been my serious response. Like, I would have really been that serious about it.
Then why did JoJo say Candace was the celebrity that treated her the worst? Says a lot about JoJo.
It does.
I'm done with JoJo. I'm never watching JoJo stuff ever again.
And then Candace apologizes, and she basically refuses the apology by saying it's no big deal. Yes, it is a big deal. 42 million big deals, as a matter of fact.
You created this drama.
Yes. Yeah, I'm Team Candace, 100%.
I'm on neither team.
Oh, I'm totally. Have you seen that? By the way, I don't know how old Candace is, but she looks amazing.
Oh, Candace is gorgeous. Yeah,
yeah. So I'm Team Candace for a lot of reasons.
Well, her hockey player husband's not going to be happy with
I didn't know she had a hockey. Oh boy, don't share that on my
Valerie Bure.
Oh
she
boy,
she is 46 years old.
Wow. Okay, I would not have put her that old.
Well, and Steve, you watch her like 15 times a year, right? Because of all those Hallmark movies.
Oh God, you don't even know.
It's Christmas in July right now for. They're all three.
Don't tell Steve's wife.
You mean your wife's not all over that yet?
Not yet. No, don't tell her.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're in the middle of Reacher. I'd like to finish that series before we get into the Christmas movies.
Joe, cut that out in post, please.
Yeah, kill that in post, please. Yeah.
All right. Later on, maybe during Listeners on the Loose, I got a new show for you and your wife.
Oh, is it? I hope it's called Monday Nights Raw.
Is that what you hope it's called?
Yeah, because I need to watch
Monday Night Raw. Yeah, you tell your wife I told you. She'll believe that I recommended Monday Night Raw.
You recommended Friday Night SmackDown. I don't know what this is, but we should check it out.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Some new show. Is it something that your wife likes as well?
Yes, as a matter of fact, she does. Ooh. Okay, but we'll save it for Listeners on the Loose. How about that?
All right, fine. I have resolution issues, but cool.
Well, what are you going to do? I'm doing what the kids call a tease. How about that? Here's another tease. A man got a supermarket store club card QR code tattooed to the inside of his wrist so that he'd never forget it when he went shopping. I need to do that with my Costco card. Seriously.
That's brilliant.
But does it work when scanning it? You're going to hear what happened at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Wendy's home-style French toast sticks are so sweet and crispy, some are saying they're better than Mom's breakfast.
Did you say Wendy's French toast sticks are better than mine?
No, Mom. Some people are saying that. Not me, even if I am thinking it. Choose Wendy's home-style French toast sticks.
Participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Let's talk about Dean. He's from England. Hello. He got himself a supermarket club card QR code tattooed to the inside of his wrist so he'd never forget it when he went shopping, which I can't blame him.
Don't they have aren't those associated also with your number?
Yes.
Can you just be like, hey, here's my phone number?
I don't know how they do things in England, but yes, they are.
A little bit different, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, no, card only.
Oh, maybe you do need a card.
Oh, yeah.
They got to step up with the times.
Yeah, the number is the way to go. You're right. I don't know. I don't understand, but yeah. So he had to get it because they don't take the number. He's like, I'm tired of forgetting my card, so I'm tattooing the QR code on my wrist. Did it work for him?
We're tattooing the club card on Dean's wrist because he's so forgetful. He forgets to take it to the shop with him. Question is it going to work? Yes, it actually worked.
Dude, it worked. Oh, that'd actually be fun to have a QR code tattoo.
Yeah? Okay,
I don't know what I'd have it lead to.
Yeah,
my Twitter page.
I'm going to be that. I'm going to be that guy.
Here we go.
What?
Well, if you have a phone, just take a picture of it and keep it on your phone.
No, that's too.
But would he have gotten this viral video out of it?
Oh, I see.
And what if he forgets his phone?
Yeah.
Forgets his phone.
Right.
Like, there's no way you can forget your wrist.
Well, and after, like, when you had,
well,
there were many times where I needed to find a picture, and of course, when you need to find it, you just cannot find it in your damn phone. So, no, that's a terrible idea.
Or then I'll be like, oh, you know what? I'll put it in my favorites. I'll put the heart on it so it's a favorite picture. Then I realize I favorited so many pictures, it's still a pain in the ass to find it. Like, how do I have 200 favorited pictures?
Well, I think, if you make a little folder on your phone called QR folder and put the picture in there, then they're really easy to find. Then you just type in QR. I mean, you guys know how to use this stuff, right?
Yeah, but then we wouldn't be talking about this guy.
True. Vicky's got a point. If you want fame for dumb reasons, then yeah, this is the way to go.
Yeah. And actually, it's a clever, fun tattoo. It's a conversation piece as well. Like, if he's at a bar and people are like, what's that for? He's like, it's my club card at the supermarket. And then, I don't know, maybe like, prove it. And they go to the supermarket. They will buy
prove it. Well, then I got to leave the bar. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, but you make them buy you some like chicken fingers or something. I don't know.
Nice. Chicken. Oh, it's chicken finger day. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, good call.
See, if I did a QR code, it would totally be never going to give you up. Just because if people are just going to I'm going to QR you, I'm going to Rickroll them every time.
Okay.
Oh, you would do it would just go right to a Rick Astley video?
Yep, 100%.
That actually is clever. It's clever. I could see that being done. I endorse this. I endorse this idea.
If you're a single dude, it could link to your radio profile.
Yeah, Joe. We were talking about doing that with Joe, where he got the shirt for our radio convention. But now you could just get the tattoo, Joe. Just get it right on your neck, and then people could.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Or get it right in the middle of your chest, and
or
then just wear shirts that are buttoned down and they're just opened up, showing off your chest.
Big old little chain and stuff.
Please.
Yeah, that's the
you have the
look.
QR code and under, just say "scan me" for a good time.
Oh, okay.
No,
all right. I feel like though, then if you finally meet somebody, they're going to make you get rid of that tattoo.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you have to cover that up.
You need to have a black box.
Yeah.
No, you just change the QR code and it leads to something else.
Okay.
like great deals. Yeah,
it links you to the registry for your wedding.
Yeah,
that's
it.
Go. I suppose, you could use that QR code for a lot of different things in life, and then it becomes a baby shower kind of thing.
Yeah, you just change whatever it directs to.
GoFundMe for my new house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. You know what, Joey D's? Let's get you to the tattoo shop. Let's get this done. Yeah. All right, so we've talked about being a bad neighbor before, but we've never really come up with a solution, which is how do you become a good neighbor?
Oh, I want to hear about this.
Yeah,
maybe I can slide it under the door of one of my neighbors.
All right.
I'm kidding.
So someone did us a nice favor and put together their unspoken rules of neighborhood etiquette. This will make your neighbors love you.
Invite them over to parties.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
Well, parties are part of it. It's really just like giving them a heads up when you're having a party.
And that's exactly what it is when I invite them to the party. I'm saying, hey, you can come to our party. By the way, we're having a party, so it's going to be loud and obnoxious.
Right. And I really don't want you to come to the party, but I'm inviting you just to let you know that we're having a party.
I absolutely want them to show up.
Okay.
Well, if you have a get-together, I have get-togethers. I don't think they're the same thing as parties, because parties are a big number, right, where there's loud music.
I'm talking about maybe over 30 people.
Loud music, beer bongs.
Yeah, I never do that.
Yeah, those kind of parties happen when you're out of town.
Yeah, when I'm out of town.
Yeah. Sarah puts those
She's
on.
pumping her fist in the air like you know it.
Yeah.
I have to say, though, Sarah's been saved by our neighbors who are older than Sarah, and they have a lot wilder parties. You know, our neighbors are in their 40s.
Really?
Well, I have another neighbor who texts me all the time when there's loud music, and he's like, "What the hell's going on at your house? I know you have a young daughter." And I'm like, "It's not her. It's the other neighbor, buddy."
Dude, you should just write "step off" and then some other word. Yeah. Step off effort. It's not us this time.
That may have happened the first time I got that text.
According to the internet, a party, unless you're a baby boomer, is 10 people. If you're a baby boomer, it's 8.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel it's a party being 10 or more people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have 10 or more people in my house, but you wouldn't really know except for the cars. Like, you know, this. Well,
that's part of a party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, you got to give a heads up to your neighbors. All those cars are going to be out there,
right?
No
or
one
maybe your neighbors just have 30 billion cars.
No one ever. Yeah, that could be specific. Oddly,
I don't even know how they have more cars in the dealership.
Yeah, this is really
multiplying.
This comes up a lot for you.
That's awesome.
This really comes up a lot for you. I know you say it really isn't a big deal, but I think it's really a big deal.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, no, it's not a big deal, and it's not worth but it's fun to bitch about.
Yeah, you definitely. Yeah,
I think it's funny.
It's number one on your list.
It blows my mind how one household has 8 cars at minimum.
Yeah, and it's so you're saying that if I have a party of 10 people or more, I got to let people know.
Yeah,
I don't like
probably.
this. I don't like this rule.
Well, I think you should at least let them know, hey, there's going to be a bunch of cars parked outside.
Yeah. I got to go talk to all my neighbors, really, and do that?
Yeah. Don't you have like a Facebook group or something? I don't know.
No, I don't. I have Nextdoor. Should I put it on Nextdoor?
Yes.
Hey, people, I'm having a party. Stay away.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried right now because I got the Nextdoor alert this morning and somebody lost their chicken.
Oh, no, chicken on the loose.
Yeah. I'm a little concerned. No.
Euphemism? No? Okay.
Okay.
Just making sure.
Nextdoor covers a wide area, so like, how close is this to your place?
It says missing chicken. We are missing one of our beloved chickens. Please keep an eye out in the area.
Okay.
How to be a good neighbor.
It has a red bracelet.
Does it have a name?
No, and it was on my Ring thing. It wasn't on my Nextdoor.
What Ring will tell you about missing chickens?
Yeah. Ring has their own group too.
Yeah, now Ring, you can kind of post stuff on there.
Oh, I don't want to be part of that.
Well, I've been looking. If anyone sees a missing chicken in Puyallup with a red bracelet,
what am I supposed to do if there's a chicken? I mean, what am I supposed to try to catch it?
Yes.
With
Please
what?
do that,
Yeah.
And if you can, then you're
with your hands. Vicky, look at Vicky, because I work on a farm.
Here's a picture of my little brother holding a chicken. He's 3.
She has chickens. Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
It can be done. Okay,
First off, who the hell's got a brother holding a chicken picture ready for an argument? That's what I mean, literally, we're having a conversation.
Really fast too.
And here's a picture of my brother with a chicken.
Last pictures I have on my phone.
What the hell is that? I mean, that is the most ridiculous fight I've ever been in. It's like, who can hold a chicken? I have a chicken picture
It's like
right
a
here.
3-year-old can hold a chicken. I answered your question, and I have proof. I win.
I know, you win. That is the most random fight I've ever lost. Like, you actually have picture proof.
Oh, I got video proof, too, if you'd like.
Oh, I don't want your video proof.
Look, all I'm trying to say is when you see a chicken in Puyallup, let the person know.
Fair.
I don't know how you're going to do that, but
I'll tell you right now, you're going to have to get the chicken wrangler, Vicky's little brother. That's the only way to get him.
Totally be down.
Yeah.
He would love this.
Just let him
What's
loose.
he doing this afternoon? Him and I need to find this chicken.
Oh, he'll round up the chicken, apparently.
After his nap, I think he's all free.
Okay, good.
Okay. What about Steve's nap? When are you having your nap? When you're free?
I have a child. I don't nap anymore, BJ.
Oh, the sadness in your voice.
Days are gone.
Okay. These are the unspoken rules of a neighborhood, and that don't choke your chicken is what they're saying. Make sure you just get it and give it back to the neighbor.
How to be a good neighbor. Don't ask your neighbors to get your packages when you're gone. What that happens when you get like 15 packages a day.
Not that happens to you all the time.
Every day.
You know what, Danny? This list does have something on there close to that, which you may start doing, and they'll piss off your neighbors. Their list is their etiquette rule is don't steal your neighbor's packages of mail.
I'm getting close to just opening her packages up and being like, hey, you know what? If I find it, it's mine.
I like how that's an unspoken rule to not steal from your neighbor. Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's neighborhood etiquette. I feel like that's just against the law.
I mean, that TV that I took from my neighbor that showed up in the mail, I should have let them just have it.
This is the dumbest thing on this list.
Call me a bad neighbor, then.
Yeah, you are a horrible neighbor. So how about this? If you're parking on the street, try to leave room for others, especially if you have a car dealership next to Steve.
Yeah, don't park in front of my house.
This one I'm glad they put on here because I'm a big believer in it because Sarah has a designated spot and people do that all the time. They take her designated spot. And
is that like right in front of your house?
Yeah.
Is it labeled Sarah's spot?
Well, it's in front of our house.
I have to say.
Labeled.
It's not labeled.
I'm on BJ's side on this one.
Thank you.
I mean, because you live in like a little development, and that's in front of your house.
You do have a cul-de-sac there, so I mean, yeah, you're.
I think you know what? That's your spot.
Yeah, and
you don't park in that spot.
And the new neighbor, it's the new neighbor who had the brand new house built, which of course is completely out of place for the rest of the houses in our neighborhood.
Hate them anyway.
Oh, I already do. I mean,
I don't parking in the spot.
Yeah, they're
I hate them too.
whatever they got going on, friends or whatever. I don't know what they got running on or going on over there, but it's like, what the f? You're in our spot. It's like right next to our driveway in front of our house. That's our spot. It's been that spot for years.
You need to put a sign up.
It's our spot.
I feel, why should you? Isn't that, like Steve said, don't you just know that any place in front of somebody's house is their spot?
Well, apparently not, if it's not working.
Right. I have a weird theory, though, also, like, if they're having a party, I'm willing to let that go out the window.
That's okay, and I was that way too the first time.
I'm glad we see eye to eye.
But when you see the same car,
we'd be great neighbors.
Yeah, we would be.
Minus everything else.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, you look. I know you're the guy who will go after the chickens, which good. I don't have to do that job.
I am a chicken wrangler.
Yeah, I think you'd be reasonable with your dog.
100%.
Yeah, so
that's another one. Don't leave your freaking dogs out all day so they bark.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. Oh yeah. And that's one on here. Be mindful of how loud your dogs are, which is, I'm happy that's on the list.
I'm one I get it. Dogs will bark, but when they're barking all day, and it's because they've been outside all day, it's like, why do you even have this dog?
See, I'm not a bad neighbor after all, because this list also has pick up after your pets and make sure their waste gets into your trash.
Yes. If Monday is
not
trash
my neighbor's
day.
Mailbox.
Well, we have keys for them, so we can't.
I don't know how this fire in your mailbox full of poop got started.
No, Monday's trash day, and if you leave it out, whether it's full or not, and somebody's walking by and they see it, they'll dump their dump into the trash can. It's like, that's not yours. Take it home. It's only out on the curb because it's trash day.
I don't know how if it's on the curb, I'm not so upset about it because I know it'll be gone. But if they go in my yard with it, I don't want that there all week.
But sometimes it's after the fact, after they already dumped it out, and it's in there, and it's the last thing, so everything gets squished in there.
No,
just don't do it at all. Take it home.
I don't want it. You got to know the right to. So you're saying don't put it in there ever, even if the trash is about to come?
No, not in mine.
Okay.
Because then it stinks up my trash can worse.
You know what? I'm not going to argue with you with it because this is part of the etiquette. They're saying put it in your own trash.
Oh, nice. Someone said, Steve, shut out from your garbage, man. Love the new house. Used to pick up at your old house as well. To which I just responded, awesome. Try to avoid all of my neighbors' cars.
I saw that recently. I saw that recently because I have a neighbor that's also got more cars than they should, and they park right at the edge of our cul-de-sac. And like I said, I thought, how is that truck going to get in there? And it took him a while. He was struggling with that trash truck.
I feel like the garbage truck should just pick up that car and throw it away as well.
That's to me. I feel like, how are you that disrespectful that your brain doesn't understand you can't park in that area when you know big stuff's coming in, or you just don't even get it.
I don't think people even think about it. I don't think anyone's trying to be spiteful or vindictive. I think there's some people just don't even think about the big picture.
Well, I think I would authorize the trash people then to put a little note on the car saying, please don't park here. We can't get in and get your trash. Put a little note on that car. I think they should get to do that. That way they can be made aware. So these also, how about privacy fences? Don't peek over. That's also part of the etiquette.
Well, I thought it wasn't. It was tool time. What was that? Home improvement.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, neighbor.
Yeah,
Wilson. Yeah.
See, Wilson was always breaking the rules. I put up a privacy fence with this new place because I thought, I'm going to see right into everything. I mean, it's just there's got to be some kind of privacy. So, and it's a good thing that I did because they do a lot out there, and I don't think who wants to have that on display? Right next to you.
Right.
I'm a believer in a lot of this etiquette stuff. I'm 100% behind this list.
I felt bad that my other neighbor, behind us, because we share the same backyard, and all of a sudden I just hear, he's like, hey. I'm like, hey. He goes, you got air conditioning? I go, yeah. He's like, damn it, we should have done that too. I was like, oh no, you don't have air conditioning?
Oh,
he's like,
man.
Yeah, I just got my backyard done. He's like, I should have worked that in. I was like, yeah, we worked it into the sale of the house. I was paying her the purchase of the home. I was like, it's the best decision we ever made.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I'm so sorry. That sucks.
I thought you were going to say.
And then it felt weird. I'm like, I'm going back to my air conditioner.
Bye. Enjoy the heat, buddy.
He didn't say, can I come over?
Oh, good.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. I think at this point, though, you've got to have that figured out. We've had enough hot summers that you just can't go, I got caught by surprise anymore. You know, you just
after last year, man.
Yeah, you just have to, and it's been this way. And I remember my wife fighting with me about this, and that's the one thing where she'll come to me every year and go, "Thank you for not listening to me."
Yeah,
on days like yesterday and today.
I know. I saw a couple of the dudes from the Kraken that came here. DJ Trunks, who does all the DJing for the Kraken, the Storm, awesome dude. But he's, I think, from Georgia, and he put up a thing on his Twitter, just like, they said we don't need air conditioning here in Seattle. And it's just like,
yeah, that's a lie now. That actually now is a lie. 20 years ago when I got here, it wasn't a lie, but it is now.
Right. And I think even JT Brown from the Kraken was also just like, they told me that too.
Yeah, that's a lie. Why would you tell new people that? I mean, honestly, you do. You need air conditioning at least, for a week or two in the summer, and you're going to want it.
Yeah.
I like that it was a dude from Georgia. When we were there, I sweated so much.
Yeah, but you have air conditioning.
Yeah.
You don't expect it. It is funny, too, because I was talking to one of my cousins from New Mexico who's coming up here this weekend, and I was like, be prepared. It's going to be a hot weekend. He's like, dude, it's 105 here. Why are you warning me about that? I'm like, because there's no air conditioning places. That's the thing that is crazy.
Yeah, that's the key.
When I first moved here, it was one of those like, oh, where's the air conditioner? Oh, we don't have air conditioning. What do you mean you don't have air conditioning?
Yeah.
Yeah, and back, it used to be ridiculous, years ago. I think everyone's got buildings and stuff. You got to figure it out. I mean, we are now becoming a hot place a couple times out of the year, and it sucks.
Yeah, he wrote, DJ Trunks on Twitter said, you don't need AC, they said. It'll be fine, they said. Mad face. And then JT Brown from the Kraken as well. So it's like, oh, quote unquote, they lied. AC is a necessity.
Yeah.
Who's they? Do you think it's the Kraken?
They. Oh.
That's right, Bruckheimer. Bruckheimer lied to them.
Oh, wow, Jerry, why? Why, Jerry?
Yeah, he doesn't live here. He doesn't know.
Yeah. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
Helen Mirren played Queen Elizabeth II in which 2006 movie?
Helen's Day Off.
No.
Titanic.
No.
Pootie Tang.
No.
No.
Should have been Pootie Tang.
Yeah. It was one of those questions where the answer is in the question. The answer is the Queen. Call in now for your shot at beating Steve. 206-421-ROCK. We're going to play Beat Migs at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps for my situation?
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle, presenting... Yeah, it's back. You didn't know it was back? Oh, it's back. And it's big. Big and back. Back and big. What?
Big back big.
The big part is the bands.
The back part is Pain in the Grass.
That's right. Friday, September 2nd, September 3rd, and September 4th. That's Labor Day weekend, BJ.
It is?
Alice in Chains, Sammy Hagar, a bunch of other great bands, all part of Pain in the Grass. And if money's tight, but you got 3 other friends, I love the deal that Live Nation's doing right now for a lot of their concerts this summer, including Pain in the Grass. You get 4 tickets for $80.
Yeah, man. That's a great deal. With all the cool music that you can get involved with. Oh, man, that is.
And when you go to order tickets, some people are asking, when you're going to order tickets, it'll say something like that just says like 4 for $80, but it's like $20 a ticket or something along those lines.
Oh, is that what 4 for $80 means? It's
yeah, I know.
$20 a ticket?
Yeah.
Oh.
You'll see it.
Oh. You want all the info, you know where to go. KISW.com.
Let's play B Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah.
But it's Wednesday, so let's do some whacking instead.
Whack it.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then. All right.
Woo! Whack it.
Oh, boy.
What's up?
We need to just go and get tickets.
For
Lotto
what?
tickets.
Oh, yeah.
It's over $1 billion.
Yeah, it's over $1 billion. I looked this morning.
Just said, did you guys see it's now at $1 billion?
I have the Washington State Lotto app, and when I looked at it this morning, it just had a 1 next to it. So I thought somebody won because I was like, oh, maybe it's down to $1. And then I looked again, and it said $1 billion.
You get $1.
1.25.
I feel like that would be the worst lottery in history when they go, today's lottery, $1.
Yeah, once I reread it, I was like, oh, wait, that makes a lot more sense.
My luck would be that would be the one I win. Yeah. 1.25 billion.
Yeah.
It's a lot of dough.
That is so much.
Yeah. Joey D's, you going to play?
Thumbs up.
There you go.
Buy a couple extra tickets. I'll come give you some cash right now.
After taxes, $600 million.
Damn. That will get you a lot of corn dogs.
Yeah, see, they take about half from you. I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, I know, right? Come back to me when it's $2 billion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. Damn, yeah, that'll get you a lot of Pain in the Grass tickets. Let's get to our contestant today. We got George in Bothell. George, are you there?
I'm here.
Excellent. What's he playing for today, Steve?
Well, Rev, not $1 billion, but playing for tickets to check out Pain in the Grass on Friday, September 2nd. Plus, we are going to hook you up with tickets to the BJ and Migs party sponsored by the Advocates, which will be featuring the first ever BJ and Migs Weenie Toss. Get those tickets before they sell out. Available at KISW.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here. And I mean, isn't a Weenie Toss just better than $1 billion anyway?
Yeah.
Danny, don't answer that. For those playing at home, George will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. George, you can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's whack it.
The BLAT variation of the BLT sandwich adds what ingredient?
Avocado.
Yes. The Peach Pit was a popular hangout for the teens in what 90s show?
Beverly Hills 90210.
Yes. What does the A stand for in the organization PETA?
Animals.
Yes. What is the name of Ariel's crab friend in Disney's The Little Mermaid?
Pass.
Hartford is the capital of which U.S. state?
Connecticut.
Yes. In which decade was Kurt Cobain born?
60s, 70s.
60s, yes. What is the highest number on a standard roulette wheel?
69.
No.
Nice.
50.
No.
44.
No. Nick Carter was a member of which boy band?
NSYNC, Backstreet
No.
Boys.
Backstreet Boys, yes. Which month gets its name from the Latin meaning 10?
10. October.
No.
November.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you need to know your Latin prefixes there in order to get that one.
Well,
I got
plus,
it.
what calendar? Who ruined it with 2 extra months? It was the Romans, right?
Yeah. Julius and Augustus Caesar. Yeah,
they ruined the whole thing. Otherwise, it would be much more sensible. But they were like, no, we're going to make 2 more months is what we're going to do.
Well, we'll have to see how Steve does here. Will he be the whacker? Will he be the wacky? Are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
Whack it.
The BLAT version of the BLT sandwich adds what ingredient?
Avocado.
Yes. The Peach Pit was a popular hangout for the teens.
Beverly Hills 90210.
Yes. What does the A stand for in the organization PETA?
Animal.
Yes. What does the
Animals.
What is the name of Ariel's crab friend in Disney's The Little Mermaid?
Sebastian.
Damn, you know that. Yes. Hartford is the capital of what U.S.
Connecticut.
state? Yes.
Go Whalers.
In which decade was Kurt Cobain born?
He was born in the 60s.
Yes. What is the highest number on a standard roulette wheel?
99.
No.
69.
No.
50.
No. Nick Carter was a member of which boy band?
NSYNC.
No.
Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
Oh, he's going to be so mad at me.
Which month gets its name from the Latin meaning 10?
October.
No.
August.
No.
September.
No. In which film did Jessica Simpson play the role of Daisy Duke?
That would be the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yes. And Steve, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You win 8-6.
Oh, sorry, Georgie.
Sorry, George. So close.
You're the man, Steve.
Likewise, my friend. Have a great day.
Take it easy, George.
You are the best around right now. Today.
Nothing's ever going to keep me down.
Well, not even a month of the year, huh?
It's a tough one. People always forget this one.
It's if you really do some thinking.
Oh, look at Smarty Danny over here. Which one is it, Daniel?
December.
Okay, yes. All right.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to guess December, but because I knew it's all weird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was.
I went the other direction.
Yeah. There were only 10 months back in the day before
Right.
the Romans got involved. That's why December was called December. It was the 10th month.
Mm-hmm.
And then Julius Caesar and Augustus was like, F that noise.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, why they did it, but
we
they
want
had a
July and
couple months
August
there, and then
and then all of a sudden that messed everything up. It's like December's no longer the 10th month anymore.
Yep, so it's December. Does anybody, I mean, Danny, you play roulette, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
So you know the highest number on the roulette wheel?
36.
36.
Oh,
yeah.
Yep, goes to 0, 00, and then 1 through 36.
Yeah.
And when and it's funny, I was just thinking about the months. I wonder why, like, they started using, like, all those, like September, which would be for 7.
Yeah.
It would be the 7th month. And then you got October, which would be the 8th month.
Yeah.
And then November, I don't know what that means. Is that
9.
Is 9? Do we call it a no?
They both start with ends.
Okay, fair enough.
You know what? I take it.
Yeah, and I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know about January or February is meaning 1 or 2. So,
I don't know any of those reasons, or maybe they just decided to add a couple there just crazily.
I don't know what those crazy. Is it Gregorians? Were they the ones that made our calendar?
Sure.
I think that's who it was.
Okay. Congratulations on your win, Steve.
All right.
Good job, Steve.
What color?
Oh,
What color for number 8?
Oh, because number 8. Good call. Yeah.
206-421-ROCK. Caller number 8. You got tickets to Pain in the Grass as well as to the BJ and Migs party,
including being able to be either a participant or spectator in the first ever BJ and Migs weenie toss.
How about that,
dude? The texture coming in, BJ. Someone says, BJ, you need to dip into your millions and buy everybody some lotto tickets.
He's not worth He's not worth that much.
Wait, I lost money yesterday. I was at 12 million.
You know what? Maybe they took some of your money away from that to add to the billions.
What am I making today?
500,000.
What the hell, BJ?
I went from 12 million to 500,000.
You're right. I think you were 15 yesterday, actually.
15?
I know why.
Why is that?
He bought us all breakfast and coffee this morning.
I did.
No, that's my bad.
Yeah, Starbucks ain't cheap.
No. This site is so ridiculous.
I just don't understand how it just changes so much. Like, is there some random obsessed person that just will change the numbers every day? Or is it some kind of weird computer program that just makes up numbers? And
We have to find another radio personality to compare it to, because how am I the only one on this list? Oh, I know exactly who. Your buddy.
Who's my buddy?
It's Danny's buddy, Dave Ryan.
Dave Ryan.
Yeah, Dave Ryan, who does a great show in Minnesota. Let's see how he and I are doing every day. We should have a contest.
Well, it's a different site. He's not on the site that you're on, but he has a different one.
Yeah,
and he's worth $53.3 million.
Whoa. Dude. Whoa, I've never been up that high, so Dave is killing it.
We're with the wrong guy.
Yeah,
we are.
You are.
I wonder why you're having him at your radio convention.
So Danny, if in case you may not know this, but Danny's running a panel at our convention, and he did not invite me on his panel. Instead, invited another guy, who's Dave Ryan, who apparently is more expert in whatever the hell Danny's got to talk about. Yeah, well, he is richer. It's $53 million. I can't top that.
All right, we need to just find somebody that's on the same website as BJ, and just see if their net worth fluctuates as much as yours. If it doesn't, that means that there's somebody out there that's completely trolling you.
Yeah.
That'd be great if it was this whole site was just run by a listener who just wants to troll BJ.
That would be great. Because you can't just update somebody's net worth. Like, we can't, it's not like Wikipedia where we can edit it, right?
Yeah, that's the funny thing. This site that you're on, like Steve said, so who the hell is changing it every day? I mean, that's insane.
We need to get to the bottom of this.
I mean, there's no way you could go from $15 million. There's nothing in the world that would make you go from $15 million down to $500,000 as far as net worth.
You can probably invest in some places, like in restaurants.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, buy a restaurant.
Yeah. And in one day, my net worth goes down just like that. And then what can I do the next day to get to $15 million again?
You sell the restaurant.
You know what? Why don't I come to you for more financial advice? What am I doing?
Why don't we have Todd Peach on when you just have right here?
Steve Migs will tell you what you need to know.
Oh, they have our other radio companion on, Bobby Bones.
Bobby
on the
Bones.
same one as BJ.
All right, well, Bobby Bones, I mean, it's not a fair comparison because Bobby is super successful. I mean, he's all over the place. So if there's any day of the week that my net worth is higher than his, either A, Bobby is really blowing his money, or B, this site is high because Bobby is he's a national success.
If you two guys combine forces, you could be BJ and Bones or Bones and BJ.
It's going to have to be Bones and BJ. I think Bobby's going to get top billing on this one. Don't you think? He should. He deserves it. All right. So we have to find out what Bobby's worth. We're going to start with that because I would like to know how Bobby's doing because it looks like he's doing good.
Right now it's $5 million.
He's at but I'm at 500,000.
And you were at $15 million yesterday.
See, yesterday I bet Bobby was like at 50.
We're going to have to check tomorrow.
Yeah, Bobby was probably. But what's wrong? What's going on with Bobby and I if we're going down so badly?
Let's just get an idea of like if somebody else's net worth is fluctuating as much as yours.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
We need answers.
I really felt a lot better at 15 million. Today I'm not feeling so good.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't look at you the same.
No, I don't blame you. Yeah. I mean, you guys, I better play. Joey, we got to play the lottery. I wasn't going to play it, but now at 500.
And I get what it's like to be a gold digger. You look less attractive now.
That's the story of my life. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got your calls. We got your texts. We'll take those at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It is Listeners on the Loose. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. You pick the topic. You guide the show. It's as simple as that. But when you do it the way Steve wants you to.
BJ, there's a simple rule, and that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
A lot of people are asking questions about the lottery because it's up to $1 billion.
Yeah, man.
So it said if you won the lottery and you can only share it with one member of the show, who would it be and why?
Oh, there's a good AMA.
Interesting.
I already have the answer. And Rev, you better have the answer because we already made this pinky promise.
Oh, yeah. We made a pact already.
Yeah, if one of us wins the lottery, we have to give each other a portion of it.
Oh.
A decent portion.
I still don't understand this pact either.
Yeah, why did you guys make a pinky pact of you two? Why you two?
Because if we the past 5 years.
If we both buy a ticket, then we double our chances. So we're just saying, hey, we'll split it between each of us.
Now, does this account to what if randomly, Rev, you bought a lotto ticket, but Vicky didn't, and she doesn't know you were doing it? Is it still part of the pact, or is it only when you both are going out to buy a lotto ticket for the same lottery?
I mean,
wow, this is a
we didn't
bad
plan it out.
pinky pact.
We haven't thought much more into it.
My thing is, if you buy a lottery ticket and I didn't, I wouldn't expect half or even a fourth. But I mean, hook a buddy up.
So she is expecting something, Rev, no matter what.
Something, and the same with if I were to buy a lottery ticket and he didn't, I would give him a chunk.
Vicky, are you buying lotto tickets?
Yeah. My dad got us some.
Okay, good. Phew. All right.
I sent him money.
Have you told that your parents?
Oh yeah, they know.
Okay.
They are fully aware. And my parents are always saying if we win the lotto, we're gonna hook you up. We're gonna hook your brother up. And I'm like, we gotta hook up Rev and his girl.
True.
They're like, okay, yep, he's on the list.
Conversations, so I don't have to have any expectations to share my money with anyone.
That is the weirdest one ever.
I'm not gonna. You know what? If you're my kid, I'm gonna go. No, I'm not hooking the Rev up. That was a deal you made with him.
Yeah,
sorry,
I didn't make this deal.
Give him some of your money. In other words, here's your money, Vicky. Now, if you want to share it, that's fine. But you're not getting any of my cash.
Well, my parents are really sweet and awesome human beings. So
until they win the lottery, which, it's all fun and games until somebody actually gets the cash in their hands, baby.
I choose to believe.
Yeah. And you know what? Even the nicest people become Steve.
I'd be more happy to spread the wealth and share, but I'm not going to be obligated.
All right, who are you picking?
I rest my case.
Who are you picking, though?
It's simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Danny V.
Yeah!
Why Danny V?
Because he knows I like to make stupid purchases, and he's on board for those stupid purchases.
100%.
Him and I would probably buy... I mean, of course, I would buy it, but he'd be like, yeah, Steve, it's a great idea. Get like a suite at a Kraken game.
Yeah.
You guys would be invited.
Yeah.
And just
thanks.
go balls out.
Exactly.
I would all the best food.
I'm not going.
Center ice suite. I would also pay, and I would hire all, as long as they don't have conflicting games, I would hire all the local mascots.
Yeah.
Oh. So like Blitz would be there. I would track down Boom.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And bring him back.
You would find out what I feel
like
like
everybody's got a price, and I can bring back Boom. If worst case scenario, I'm getting Boom's outfit and I'm wearing it.
Okay, because I was going to say, I think Boom is buried.
I'll get the Crazy Coog mascot that gets crazy at the games. Was it Bucky or something like that? I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
Maybe even the Husky one. Maybe even like I pay them to fight each other.
Oh,
during intermission.
You've got $1 billion to mess with.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude, that they'd be looking like, what is going on with that suite? That just looks like a bunch of degenerates. And the mascots for all the local teams. Of course, Rocky will be there.
I have a bigger question, though. You guys talk about a portion.
Butch the Cougar.
I'm looking for I'm looking for specific numbers. You win the $1 billion. How much are you giving Danny V?
I'm not giving him anything. It just said, who are you going to share the money with?
Well, that's it. Wait a minute. Share the money with us. You throw a big party and Danny gets to have a couple of drinks while two mascots are beating each other up.
That's right as well too.
That's sharing the money.
Yeah,
I rest my case. I rest my case about Steve. I am done, Your Honor.
That's one of many things we'll do together.
That's not sharing the money. You still have all the money.
My money.
No, sharing the money is you literally give him some money that he can do whatever he wants with.
I don't trust him with that money.
Okay.
Well, at least he's telling you now, Danny.
Yeah, that's cool. Dude, I knew this was coming down the street.
You just party with him and it's all good. It's fine.
I saw this coming down the street,
but
Danny.
he'll be taken care of.
Wait, taking care of all this.
Anytime I have a stupid idea, I know I can go to
it.
Danny and he's down.
What if Danny comes to you and says, you know what, I would like to buy a house for myself and my girl and me. And
I've got a real stupid idea,
and
Steve.
Steve's going to be
buy me a house.
No, that's a dumb idea. Who needs a house?
I mean, I'm not opposed. That could happen.
That could happen. But if Danny said, you know what I really would like is I would like a big party in my backyard where a bunch of mascots are dancing around. Yeah, then you're in.
That's how you frame it, though, because I don't have a backyard. So it would not be, can I have a house? It would be like, can we buy a cul-de-sac?
I am done with this.
And I live there.
Stupid conversation.
And then we have parties every
day. Look, and I'll pay for Taking Back Sunday to show up.
Exactly.
I know we both agree with that band.
Yep.
We both like that band. And
so
we'll have like our $1 million fest or billion fest.
Yeah. Here's a shocker. Danny, who are you going to share your money with?
Joey D's.
Wow, that actually is a shocker. I thought it was Steve.
Wow, yeah, stabbed in the back.
I'm giving Joe half my money.
Whoa, half?
Yeah.
Wow.
They feed beavers together.
Pardon me?
I mean, squirrels. Sorry.
Beavers.
I was going to say. I mean, that's a euphemism.
It was raccoons.
Okay.
It was an animal that is outside.
Okay. There's nothing on Steve's mind. Just move along.
It's an honest mistake.
Is it a raccoon and a beaver? Really?
Yeah, they both have tails.
I'm tracking.
Okay, well, so Joe, I'm happy your choice is Joey D's.
Yeah, he can't give any to BJ though. That's my one caveat in that.
Oh, I like that.
But what do you mean he can't? Well, all right, he doesn't have to give me money, but he can buy things with whatever he wants with that money, right?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, then that works.
Texters are saying you better hire Rhubarb the reindeer from the Tacoma Rainiers. Of course.
Yeah.
So it says, are you going to bring the San Diego chicken? Absolutely. Money's no object.
That's a fact.
It's true.
Yeah. The Portland pickle.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, what about Dylan?
Oh, yeah, Dylan's definitely invited.
Dylan the pickle.
Yeah. Dylan might actually get more out of the deal than Danny, now that I realize.
Yeah.
Dylan seems like he might be more up for crazy stuff.
Well, I feel like...
Imagine we walked into the Acropolis and we had Dylan the pickle with us.
Oh, my God.
It feels appropriate.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, if you're going to walk into a...
should make
they'd
that
be like,
happen.
The craziest thing happened. I'm at a bachelor party and these two dudes in a pickle walk in and the pickle just makes it rain.
I feel like if you just call really, if you call John and ask him,
John Ryan?
Yeah, call John Ryan and go, hey, let us know when you want to go to the Acropolis and bring Pickle Boy with you. You know what I mean?
I have a feeling he'll be like, I can't make it, but Dylan can, because I don't think the two of them have ever been seen in the same room.
I was about to say conspiracy theory. I really think it's John Ryan in there.
I tweeted about that after Dylan tackled that one dude. At the game, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's John Ryan in that mascot outfit. And then the Pickles tweeted back at me, it's not a mascot outfit, that's a pickle. And I was like, oh my
If
bad.
John Ryan really is in that pickle outfit, that is awesome.
I would not be surprised if he's in there from time to time.
That's fantastic.
You don't think?
I listen. Stranger things have happened with John's personality. Why not? And if, in case you forget, John Ryan, of course, a great puncher for the Seattle Seahawks, who did many amazing things beyond punting.
And now he's a mascot for the Portland Pickles.
That's a rumor. He's an owner, but he also could be the mascot.
What if he bought the entire franchise and all that just because he had a weird obsession with the Ted Smith and borderline myself, where you just always wanted to be a mascot?
It just goes to show you what a little money can do in the wrong hands.
I don't know if
that's his only reason. If his only reason was to be a mascot, then that's.
And they do Tattoo Tuesday, where you get a pickle tattoo.
Okay.
At the games, they have a tattoo artist, and they have 3 or 4 different designs that you have to pick from.
I would get one of those in a heartbeat.
Agreed.
Okay. That's why you two you'll never win the lottery. Either one of you
Dumb
guys.
ideas together.
All right, Rev, who are you sharing the money with?
With Vicky. It'll be with Vicky. It's just the back and forth. Yeah.
BJ.
I'm going to have to share with my daughter because, you know what, she's going to be loyal to me. Because if she wins, I know she's going to funnel money my way.
I don't think that's true at all.
Oh, it's 100% true. Oh, you guys don't know her. Sarah, look, she likes to go and be ratchet with everybody, but
she's very frugal.
Yeah.
Well, but she will spend it on other people. She doesn't spend it on herself, but she would make sure I'm okay. And even to the point where even now she's like, hey, I'm saving my money because in case you have to go in a home.
You'd have gold poles, I bet.
Gold hiking poles?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Like 24-karat gold poles.
I thought you meant stripper poles.
Yeah, me too.
Guys. Come on, there's 2 kind of poles in the Shea household. For Sarah, one kind of pole, and for me,
and VJ's he's got 2 poles that he puts his hands on.
Oh.
Make those diamonds studded? That'd be tight.
Oh, man.
That would be tight.
Well, what if they were legit lightsabers?
They're lightsaber poles?
Yeah.
That'd be
dangerous.
I could cut myself with that, but
maybe not legit,
cut yourself.
but they actually glow like a lightsaber.
Oh, you mean like what you can make down in Disneyland?
Sure.
Okay, because they have cool lightsaber making adventures down there, and that would be awesome. Sure.
That way at night you could turn them on.
That wouldn't be bad. I mean, it's kind of a way to be seen when you're hiking.
And people would think that you just got lost at a rave that you were at.
Exactly.
Because they have those rave wands. I don't know if you ever seen those.
Oh, yeah.
They're just basically like lightsabers that people make them kind of elevate with the way that they play with the pole.
All right. Well, I'll say this, Joey and Sarah, if you buy tickets, you can, I'll pay, I'll buy double whatever, and I'll pay the other part. We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
I'm just saying, whatever Joe, if Joe's going to buy 3 tickets, buy 6, and there'll be 3 on me.
Oh, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't even know how, if you found out you won.
Your life is over. You really, it's insanity.
As
your
you know,
life is
absolutely, yeah.
Especially because I don't think in Washington you can hide your identity.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
and this is such a big story. Of course, your name's going to be everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Which means, it's bad enough when we brought back concerts here on The Rock, all the random phone calls I'm getting from friends.
Yeah. You're going to have to hire bodyguards.
I'm definitely changing my phone number.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
That would be step 1.
Ooh.
Well, step 2 after getting that suite at a Kraken game.
Yeah. Okay, step 2. Yeah. Well, there you go. Congratulations to all you lottery winners. It won't be Steve.
Congratulations.
Because Steve and Danny are not winning the lottery. That's a fact. You pick the topic. You guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got more of your calls, more of your texts at 934 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
A few people have texted wondering if we've seen Russell Wilson's get-up for opening of training camp. Yes,
we did.
He's one of the few, the proud, the only, that wore his own jersey to training camp. Left his house wearing a jersey.
Yep.
Part of me loves it, but I think it's because it's Russell Wilson. I just want to hate it.
Yeah.
I love just the ego of it. Like, you know what am I going to wear today going to training camp? You know, everyone has their, like, fat, and every social media page for each team is posting, like, here's everybody's outfits for the first day of training camp. It's like first day of school kind of joke. And there's Russell wearing his own jersey.
Yeah.
Or a Drew Lock jersey. We're not sure. Because he also wore number 3.
If it's a Drew Lock jersey, that's hysterical.
Someone says, well, speaking of Russell Wilson and jerseys, what I don't understand are people who go to sporting events wearing a jersey of a team that's not even playing in the game.
Yeah. And I have to say, when I was young, I remember my brother was really mad at me, and rightly so, because I went to a Red Sox game and I wore a Baltimore Orioles hat because I loved their hat. And I just loved it you need a hat for the sun. It's my favorite hat. I had no idea about the fact that you're wearing colors, and it's like you're wearing somebody else's colors, and that's not cool. And I didn't get it at the time.
Whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
There was a guy when I used to go to, when I season tickets for Seahawks that sat by us that had a Dolphins jersey. And I'm just like, they're not even playing over here. They're not even close to us.
That's right. Yeah. I was like, I don't get it.
But I was like, you know what? He's probably a Dolphins fan and just comes to the games because he loves football.
Yeah, I'm kind of split on this because I understand my brother's opinion, and I also understand that I meant no harm. Mm-hmm. So I'm down the middle with this, Steve. I can see both sides, and I mean, at the end of the day, I suppose, as long as no one's hurting anybody, we'll let them wear what they want.
Nobody's right. Well, yeah, no, that guy was going around punching people that weren't Dolphins fans.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's a difference. It was the jersey that made him do it.
Right.
Yeah. I do think it's odd when I do see that, and you see that a lot. When you're watching like on TV sometimes, and you'll see them in the crowd, and they'll be, well, that guy's wearing a random jersey that's nobody's team.
And more often than not, that's the drunkest person you see in the crowd.
Yeah.
He's probably like, I forgot. I don't know. I should just drink. I'll forget.
If I moved to like Denver or something, and I went to a Denver game, I think that I would probably still, but not when they were playing the Seahawks, because I could see people just being like, hey, got extra tickets for the Broncos versus the Cowboys. I would definitely wear my Seahawks because I'm like, not a fan of either of these games, but I want to go and get drunk.
And also, you might end up at a sports bar to watch the Seahawks play afterwards or before the game.
Right.
Now, I could see going to Denver wearing a Seahawks Russell Wilson jersey. If you're going to go, I troll like hell. I do that.
I already burned my Russell Wilson jersey.
Oh, yeah. I haven't because I know he's coming back.
Kidding. What do you think, he's going to play one game before he retires
Exactly.
here? I wonder. That does sound like something. And he'd probably be like, I always dreamt when I was a younger player. I dreamt that one day I'd play in Seattle, and then I'd go off to play in Denver and then finish my career here in Seattle. This is exactly how I envisioned it.
Yeah. Especially if his Denver career does not go so well.
I wonder if it's ever gonna, if he's ever gonna get humbled by, to the point of, where it's like, you know what, I should have never left Seattle.
Yeah.
I should have asked for less money or whatever it may be. Because I could see that coming to him. It's like, he's on top of the world right now. 10 years from now, I could see it just being one of those, man, I was kind of a D.
But also look at some of the other players that left here that didn't have as good of a career when they left here. They got the big paycheck, which don't begrudge anyone for that, whether it be a wide receiver, a cornerback, or someone on defense. And then they end up not being very productive at the new team, and it's like, well, maybe that you did well because of the way that Pete used you, and the other coaches weren't using you that way.
Yeah, it's tough in football. You don't have a lot of years, so he spent 10, 12, how many? I forgot how many years.
This is season 11, so he did 10 years here.
He did 10 years for a mobile quarterback. Let's not forget, for a mobile quarterback, which was really one of his big strengths. That's a long time, and to expect him to be, they're going to have to have a wall in front of him in order for him to be able to do what he thinks he's going to do. And I don't think it's going to happen.
I have a strong feeling that he's going to be just as mobile maybe not just as mobile as he was in his early years, but I have a feeling that he's going to be more mobile than he has been in the last few years.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and that's going to be like, were you saving yourself because you knew you wanted out of here?
Yep.
I don't want to get injured, so I'm going to just do what I have. Obviously he wasn't tanking it, but I wonder if all of a sudden his legs are mobile again.
That'll be a kick in the teeth, Steve.
Even just motivation wise, though, just of like I said, he hasn't done. Everyone was so upset about it. It's like he hasn't done much for us. We haven't done anything since the Super Bowl, and it's been a slow decline ever since. And at that point, it's like, even if it's just a mental thing of just
how funny is that we a lot of people view it as the team hasn't been as good, even though they've had a 12-win season. They've had the playoffs most of the years. Last year obviously wasn't what it was when there was an injury, but it is funny how we have such high expectations.
Yeah.
Whereas you talk to someone who's been living here since the 80s or 70s, and you're we had decades of just pure crap, and now we have one bad year and we're all crying.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing really. Yeah, so you're right. I'm excited to have him come back with his tail between his legs.
Someone had a good question. Well, okay, not wearing a jersey of a random other team, but what about wearing like a vintage or like a retro hat jersey of a team that doesn't exist anymore? Is that okay?
Ooh.
First of all, I have to say, I think everything's okay. Wear whatever the hell you want.
That's a shocker.
Who am I to tell you what to jersey
You're
to wear?
Steve Migs. That's who you are. You're a fashionista.
Sir, why are you here at the Kraken game wearing a Montreal Canadiens jersey when we're playing the Devils?
Ooh. You know what I think which is really cool? Like you go to a Washington Nationals game and you wear a Montreal Expos hat.
Bro, I think you can wear a Montreal Expos hat anywhere because that's the coolest damn hat.
It is cool. But I like that. I
want one.
Yeah, or maybe if you go to an Astros game and you wear a Colt 45's uniform, jersey or something like that.
Or I'd go to hockey games. Granted, not like a team that I was like a fan of, like Kraken. I wore Kraken stuff when I was going to Devils games, Devil stuff. But if I was just going to a random hockey game when I was out of town for I'd always rock. I always had I had a Whalers hoodie.
That's cool.
Rock that, and it would always get great comments. Sweet hoodie. Like, it didn't matter what team was playing, even though technically they are still a franchise because they moved to Carolina, but everybody who saw that was like, I love that hoodie because everyone loves the Whalers logo.
So basically, like, you could go to any basketball game rocking Sonics gear and you should get that kind of love. So we agree that you can do
Except for Oklahoma City.
Oh, I'm going to go to Oklahoma City.
That's what you have to do.
I'm going to the OKC with that. And I'm going to steal some of the trophies that they have in any trophy case at all.
Wow.
They're not theirs. And I'm sorry, NBA, they do not have the history.
They're cursed anyway, so who cares?
Yeah.
Did you just look up a Montreal Expos?
I did.
Isn't it cool?
It's very cool.
Yeah, it's good. They were cool. They had cool uniforms. They
Gary
had powder
Carter.
blue. Yeah.
That's all I remember.
That's all you need to
the only
remember.
person I
Andre
remember.
Dawson.
Oh, I remember
Andre
Rock
Dawson was the
Reigns.
guy, too. Pedro Martinez was a Montreal Expos, too, before he went and, won a World Series with the Red Sox. But that's when he was young, and that guy could deal at that age, too. Oh, Pedro was something.
So this is what happens. I started typing in Montreal Expos snapback, and yesterday
Oh, there you go.
Look at the powder blue snapback.
Probably
does that
very
look so
affordable.
good.
The best part is then right next to it, and that would be my other retro hat, logo, jerseys of a team that doesn't technically exist anymore, the Quebec Nordiques from hockey. I know they're the Colorado Avalanche, screw them.
I love that logo.
So did I.
Yeah, it was like an igloo with a hockey stick, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a cool logo.
It was so great, and I love that color blue.
Yeah, it's a good hat. You should get that hat, too.
All right, are you buying these for me, Mr.?
You're winning the lottery with your billions of dollars.
I'm not even buying a ticket.
You should listen. You should just
I got too much stuff
preemptively
going
buy
on
all the cool stuff you want. That's how they tell you. If you want to manifest wealth, act like you already have it.
Dan, what were we talking about yesterday where you had an argument with Joe?
Oh, yeah, Joe and I got in a big argument.
That's just a daily thing with these two.
And I'm on Team Danny on this one because you're like, you win the lottery. What do you do? And Danny, what did you say?
Well, I said because we bought a ticket on Friday, but we were getting drunk Friday night, so I figured we wouldn't find out until Saturday that we won the lottery. And at that point, I was like, all right, we're hiding the ticket and we're going to the Sounders game. Well, first off, we're going to go to the Mariners game. We're going to rent or buy Diamond Club, an entire Diamond Club to ourselves, and I'm just going to max out my credit card.
Right, because you know the money's coming.
Yeah, and then I'm going to do pitch side at the Sounders that night, and we're buying all of the team drinks afterwards, and we're going partying with the Sounders. And then I'm going to use my other credit card, max out that one, and then Sunday we're going to recover, and then Monday we're going to go to the office and claim our millions. And
right.
Joe said...
And then you pay off your credit card.
Yeah, and Joe said, absolutely not. He said he would have way too much anxiety and that we would be headed straight to Olympia that day. And I was like, no, we got to party first, man.
No, man. So Joe would be afraid to leave the lotto ticket unattended in your room.
Yes, they're all, and also,
everyone's going to know that you have it in the room.
And then also Rev and Joe are both like, oh no, you'd get so drunk you'd tell everyone you won. And I'm like,
absolutely.
I don't know where I live. Number one, number two, no, I'm not. I'm just going to buy drinks for everyone I run into. It's going to be the greatest night of my life.
Yeah.
See, and my whole thing with it was like, Danny, you're going way too fast. You need to confirm that you got that money first.
Well, if you did the app and it said you won, you won.
Yeah.
You know what?
That does not work in Vegas.
You
man.
have to turn the ticket in, brother. If you lose that ticket,
no,
but you wouldn't lose it if it's at your house.
No, we're good to go.
You say that.
We're good to go.
I give Joe a hard time, but I'm also the guy. After I got my Super Bowl tickets for the game when we went to Arizona and we went through all that and we got the tickets. And I remember we went to go do something that night after we purchased the tickets. And I had to hide it in the hotel room, like deep under in my luggage, over a couple of things, put like my dirty clothes on top of it. That way no one's going to and my wife's just like, what are you afraid of? I'm like, I don't know, housekeeping. I'm like,
Right.
you think they have like Super Bowl ticket sniffing dogs they come into the room with?
It's a true thing. They do have that in housekeeping.
I'm like, yeah.
See, but they have keys to. No one has keys to my apartment, but me.
Linda.
Oh, you know who has keys to your apartment? Landlord.
Yep.
Nah, that's fine.
I mean, that's fine.
I'm not going to run into my landlord at a Sounders game.
No, they have keys to your apartment.
How are they going to know that I won?
They have
the internet
sense about people who win the lottery.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they go on the internet and they find out it's been pinpointed to this exact spot where they won the tickets. And he's like, well, it's somebody in this apartment
Landlords
complex.
know. They have a spidey sense about that kind of
I'm
thing.
just saying, we're going partying.
You ever seen movies? In every movie, the landlord knows when you made a couple extra bucks. They knock on the door right at the right time, and every time go, hey, where's the rent? I feel like you have the rent money. And Danny's going to go, I don't know what you're talking about. I feel like there's a lottery ticket in here. Let me get those sniffing dogs that the maids use at the hotel. We're going to figure this out.
So that Expos logo is lame. I don't know what Steve is smoking.
Oh, geez.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Seattle's finest. That's a great logo.
Yeah,
it's
a cool
more
logo.
nostalgic. I get it. It says, I think it's just the color scheme. There's just something nostalgic about that logo.
Yeah.
It's nothing like, they're right, it's nothing special, but I like it.
There's just something. It just
smoking crack.
It really captured to me the 70s
and 80s.
Yeah, it really did. It just captured that, man.
Still, nothing will be better than. And I hate saying it now because they're our rivals, but the old Houston Astros jerseys.
Oh, the disco
stripe,
ones,
whatever that is.
Yeah,
have you ever seen those?
Oh, they're pretty amazing.
They're just obnoxious.
They had them
so
on the.
Cool.
They sort of redid them a little bit, where they were on the sides of the uniform. They had that same Astro rainbow on like their blue jersey. It's not the city. The city.
No,
pride,
yeah, you
whatever.
found it. Yeah, it's like kind of like it's.
Yeah.
Have
you
orange
seen that
and yellow and the big star.
There it is. See on the blue one they have it on the shoulders now?
Yeah, it's not the same. No,
well, I mean, it's a nice nod to it.
No, you're right. That is a nice nod.
It looks like a sunset.
It's awesome. It looks like the 70s. It looks like
it's total 70s.
It looks like a bunch of hippies play baseball.
Like when you said rainbow, I was expecting rainbow.
I got to give my buddy.
Yeah.
I got to give my buddy Mike credit. R.I.P. Mike. He had that jersey. He wore that jersey everywhere. People said he was insane before anybody would buy jerseys and wear them. To any event, and he would wear them to all the sporting events because he just loved the Astros jersey. He would go to Red Sox games like that, and
because it transcends the team.
And he was a trendsetter. People thought he was insane. They made fun of him all the time, and he was way ahead of his time when it came to using jersey as a fashion statement and his love for that Houston Astros jersey because now everybody's loving that jersey.
That and what was it? The old Pittsburgh Pirates hat that had the stripes around.
Oh yeah, that was like the old timey baseball cap.
Yeah,
those were the days.
Those were the days.
Yeah, Willie Stargell times right there, buddy. Well, we have a question that has to be answered. What do Ryan Castle and food on the floor have in common? Well, I'm going to tell you at 9:51 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and food on the floor have in common?
People act like they don't, but they still put it in their mouth.
One texter said you have 5 seconds to get them in your mouth.
That's right. I feel very disturbed by this.
I also follow the 10-second rule.
Yeah.
Mrs. Migs constantly has to tell Steve to not put either in his mouth.
Yep,
she fails at that attempt every time.
Steven, that's dirty.
Yeah, it is.
David Hasselhoff would eat both from Chris and Oak Harbor.
Oh, yeah, because he likes
burgers on the floor.
Yeah, he does.
It's got hair on it. That's another one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Some call that protein.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if that calls it protein.
Well, I don't know why this study was done, but somebody said, hey, we got to do a study. The average person apparently eats food off the floor about 4 times a month.
Oh, man.
I did 4 times on Saturday at a party.
Yeah, 4 times a week for me.
5-second rule is, it's alive and well.
These damn grapes kept rolling off the table, so I'm like, well, gotta eat them.
I got to get it before my dog does.
Oh, God. See, that's why I wouldn't touch things on the floor if I had a dog, because I feel like a lot of stuff's happened on that floor.
Yeah.
I think that's why the dogs drag themselves across the floor, so they go, this is my plate.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't pick it up. I wouldn't pick it up in the drag line from the dog butt.
Oh, you wouldn't? Oh, that's where you draw the line,
That's
does
where the
it?
line is. The dog butt drag line.
Oh, boy, it's nice to know you have standards. I was getting worried. Ryan Castle, he is up next. He's got a 12-pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
You got a face tattoo, like a Mike Tyson face tattoo. That'd be the most amazing.
I'm going to get a face tattoo and I'm going to get a scrotal piercing. I'm going to try right for the extreme. I'm going to go extreme in both departments.
All right. Well, I'm sure we have someone out there that can help you with that.
All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah. I'll kick in $20 for that.
Oh, you will?
Yeah. Let's do a GoFundMe.
Wow.
I didn't know money was the issue, but if that's the case, $20 as well.
I'll do 40 if you never show me it, and you're
BJ and Migs mornings on The Rock 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney, and I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
COVID-19 hurt my income, my health, and my family. We were about to lose our home when we heard we might be eligible for homeowner assistance funds from the government. We called 1-877-894-HOME, and a housing counselor stepped in, they talked to our lender, and saved our home. Because falling on hard times does not have to mean losing your home. Federal funding details at washingtonhaf.org.